like we've actually been having fun, until we went on. Oh, hey, this is Johnny Bean, live June 28th, 2016, and 5:13 p.m. on the West Coast. I mean, 33. Ugh, 5. You guys want to start over? Just kidding. 5:33 p.m. West Coast, 8:33 p.m. East Coast. What time is it where you are, Philip?
It is 5:33, same as you.
Same as me. Okay, cool. Hey, so we got Philip. Yo, Philip, you want to
Hey.
introduce yourself? A lot of people have probably seen your videos.
I'm Phil, and I make videos.
Short and sweet.
Very cool. Yeah. And we got Jared. Hey, Jared.
Hey everybody,
Hey,
how's
Jared.
it going? From Dallas, Texas. You've
Cool.
probably seen some of my videos I posted on there.
Yeah, we were actually, Rob and I were in a hangout with you over on Eric Broadbent's channel just the other night.
Yep, we sure were.
Yep.
That was cool. And we got Chad. Yo, Chad.
How we doing? I actually just had a string break on my EVH.
Oh, no.
Thank God I just bought new strings. We're good. It was actually really funny. It hit live and all of a sudden it popped. I was like, oh great. So, but yeah, I've never posted
I just
any
got some,
videos
too.
on YouTube, so I'm brand new to this. So yeah.
Well, welcome.
I appreciate it, man. It was pretty cool to have everybody welcome me in the group so easily. And I've been watching this channel for probably a week or two, and I just really enjoy learning so much from different people's perspectives on a lot of different things. It's pretty cool. So
Cool.
Yeah, we have a great time talking about guitars, amplifiers. These
Yep.
guys, they like to talk about the EVH stuff. So
I'm down for it. I love it. It's good product to talk about.
So yeah. So I don't know. So Rob, where'd you go?
I'm here.
Did you want to talk about your guitar before you got a split?
Yeah, sure.
Uh-oh.
So you guys have seen this guitar before. It's my Mexican tobacco. Shh, quiet, gang. Had the kill switch professionally put in this. Well, about a week and a half ago, some guy on the gentleman on VH Links was selling this Chinese Wolfgang special neck, ebony neck. It's a Chinese-made one, so it's an ebony neck with stainless frets. And I kind of looked at it and I thought about it for a few minutes, and they said, that would look great on this guitar versus this neck right here, the one that it came with, the maple one, which I really like. It's an awesome neck. It's amazing. I'll explain where that's going here in a few minutes. But so I messaged the guy, and he's like, yeah, no problem. So I ended up buying the neck, and of course I did some mods to this guitar in the first place. This was a Mexican guitar archtop special, so it had the black hardware on it, and I had swapped that out. I put an original, or actually I should say a chrome Floyd on with the stainless screws and the titanium blocks, and had the like I said, had the kill switch custom put in. Everything was done professionally in the back, as you can tell. And like I said, put the chrome hardware on to include the chrome EVH tuners with the pearl heads. And, just put this neck on, just had it installed on today. I put it on, but I had to do some tweaks. I had to do some shimming and a few other things so I could get the action real low. And the thing just looks, I think it looks phenomenal.
It really does.
Heads of guitars. And I'll tell you what, it totally changes the dynamics of this guitar. The thing just plays amazing. I mean, it almost feels like a USA with this ebony neck with stainless frets. So I'm pretty pumped about it. I've been playing it for about an hour and a half, and I really like it. So it's basically a Mexican archtop special body with, like I said, the modifications of, the chrome hardware and the stainless screws and the titanium blocks and all that, the custom kill switch. And now you throw on a Chinese ebony neck with stainless frets with the chrome hardware, EVH tuners, and pearl heads, and it's kind of a one-of-a-kind special now. So I'm really excited about it. And I like how it looks. Of course, they got the eyelets on it and everything. And so.
Did it come with the pearl tuners?
What's that?
Did it come with the pearl tuners on the neck?
No, those are custom, just regular EVH tuners, and I swap those out with just regular pearl heads, just to kind of give it that original
Yeah, it looks really, really good.
Yeah, I mean, it plays phenomenal. I had the toggle switch flop, so it's like the USA model. So up is the bridge and down is the neck. Because I never knew why they did that backwards on an EVH guitar.
Yeah.
But yeah,
I guess that's just. I heard that's just the way he liked it. I don't know why, but yeah.
Yeah, I was at the event when he explained it. He said that it's because he said in that event, Eddie Van Halen said that up makes more sense because when you're up, you're in the bridge mode and you're playing rhythm, and then you switch it down to solo, right? It's one fluid motion. In other words, with your arm, you're hitting the switch down, and then you're tapping or playing at that exact moment. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
And then on the upswing up at the end of the solo, you'll flip it up. And what he said was, in the band, he's the guitar, so he's got to get in and out of the solo fluently and easily, and it just made more sense to have to switch in that direction.
Okay.
Yeah,
cool.
that's kind of how I always envisioned it,
Yeah.
Well, when I first got this guitar, I had never played a Wolfgang, a PV, or an EVH ever, where the bridge, direction was down, and it was freaking horrible. I mean, I'm sitting there playing, and I'm constantly hitting it. I'm like, what the hell? I mean, it was really bad for me personally. I never could understand. I mean, just hearing you talk about that makes sense, but I could never understand why Eddie went away from having it down here where the Music Man ones were. I mean, on the Ernie Ball Music Mans, I mean, they're just, I believe having that switch, down here it's just out of the way, because when you're tapping, you don't have your arm underneath it; it's over the top.
Right.
So I could never understand why he did that. To me, it's more.
So grab your. Hey Rob, grab your new Wolfgang. Grab the new one.
This one here, yep.
Okay, now watch. Think about your strumming pattern.
Yep.
Eddie said that in your strumming pattern, in your swing, the knobs and the switch are in that same exact motion. It's one motion of movement across the way.
Yeah, I can kind of see that, because I mean, basically the kill switch here would be where the old Music Man switch was.
Yeah.
But
He said when he's. Oh, sorry, go on.
No, I was just gonna say, but I mean, if you're picking, a lot of players pick up high up here, and I can see it there. Eddie always rests with palm on the bridge, so you wouldn't think it would be in the weekend. You know what I mean?
Right.
Because he always rests his palm on the bridge, so technically you wouldn't think it would be. You can tell it's not coming near anything. And even if you come near this, down was always the bridge. So I mean, even if you hit it, it wouldn't affect anything.
Right.
That's how I see it, but I can never understand that. But
now I don't know much about the Ernie balls to say which way the switch was actually pointing from the factory, but like mine actually is back and forward. Like this is the neck, then this is the bridge from going back this way. I didn't know if it was supposed to be up and down, or the person who's had this one before me, did it like that that's his personal preference. But is that the way it is up and down?
Up and down is the way it should be. Yeah.
Okay.
Down
Mine's
bridge and up neck.
mine's forward. Mine's forward and back, which I actually like better, honestly, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
It just flows better. I don't really know why, and that's weird for me to say that because I'm a huge Les Paul guy, and the way the Wolfgangs are, that's kind of how a Les Paul is. So that was totally natural for me. But then when I got the Ernie ball, it was like, okay, this is also natural. It just felt so just broke in feeling, It was just, yeah.
Yeah.
And the thing nowadays is you don't feel guitars like that anymore. You know what I mean? They all feel so stiff and so brand new and so just sterile sounding. They don't sound, you know, wide open beast anymore and broke in, you know. So that's what I really love about these guitars.
Yeah, I agree with you there. Everything, you know, everything new, exactly the way you put it. It's stiff and sterile. You know, I don't like to put any companies down, especially when they make a custom guitar. But you know, there are certain companies that make a fantastic, beautiful looking guitar, and they're just uninspiring because they're sterile sounding and feeling.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the last thing I'm just going to say real quick about this, I'll put this topic to bed, but I really I've fallen in love with this guitar now, and so basically now I'll have my purple PV Wolfgang standard, you know, my original amber EVH Music Man. I sold my blue one, so I'm pretty comfortable with those. And you guys all know Hubbard's doing the relic job on my USA Ivory 2016 guitar, so that should be back within a couple of weeks. That's going to be amazing. And that's, you know, got the ebony neck on it. And now this one here is kind of a one-of-a-kind special for me now. So I'm pretty much set with, you know, between this guitar now, which I never thought I was going to do, but put this neck on it, and I really like it. I'm pretty excited. So that I'm not going to really give too much information right now, but this neck right here, the neck that was on this tobacco guitar, it's like brand new. It's going to a new home probably end of this week, beginning of next. And I'm not going to say who or whatever, and I'll let that individual next hangout we do or whenever they get it, they can talk about it. But hopefully this, you know, when I have an opportunity to give something to a, you know, to a friend, I like to do it rather than sell it and make money. I mean, yeah, it'd be nice to get maybe $100, $150 for it or whatever, but you know, it really doesn't matter. I'd rather have it go to a good home. So I'm going to let that gentleman, once it comes in, talk about it. Hopefully it you know, finds a body to go on, because I think it's going to be pretty cool. Because it's, like I said, it doesn't have a lot of playtime on it. So, but yeah, so that's it for this. I'm pretty pumped.
It's beautiful.
Good luck with it.
It really is.
Yeah, it looks awesome. I love the way it looks, man.
Yeah, I mean, I can't get over the look of this thing now. I mean, I really can't. I mean,
It does not look Mexican made at all to me.
It looks more expensive.
Yeah, it looks very much, a lot more expensive.
It really does.
That top is
Pretty excited.
great.
Yeah, and like I said, I mean, even the, you know, having the kill switch on it just makes it that much more. I mean, it just gives that little extra kind of, you know, uniqueness to it, I guess, you know. So I'm pretty pumped. But yeah, so that's it for this one.
Awesome.
Good job.
Awesome. Very cool, man. Very cool. And hey, somebody else wants in here. Let me let somebody else in here real quick. I think you'll know who it is. Let me see. There we go. Yes. So yeah, once this other dude jumps in, yeah, we can talk about NAMM.
Vietnam?
Yeah. I think I'm doing this right. Okay, there we go. I think that's right. Yes. Yeah, we can talk about the NAMM show over the weekend. I don't think any of us were there, but thanks to the internet, you know, we kind of were.
Yeah.
You know, depending on what you saw. I saw some really cool videos.
I was there last year, and I got to tell you, it's really nice. I mean, it's not like Anaheim in January, but the place is humongous, and it's great. It's really cool. A lot of cool companies come down. You know, unfortunately last year Fender wasn't there, but it's really great. A lot of cool companies.
Hey guys.
Eric
Hey.
Broadbent.
How's it going?
Hey, man.
Guys.
What's happening?
Not too much. Got to fix my camera. There you go. I'm good.
There you go. Cool. Yeah. So Rob was just showing off his guitar.
The one on Facebook there earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
It's
It looks
got-
beautiful.
Yeah, that Sunburst guitar is really nice.
Yeah, it came out really cool. I was pretty pumped about it.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it's like a whole new guitar now. It's a combination of a Mexican body with a Chinese neck, and it's the best. I don't mean I'm saying this just from my personal opinion, but the reason I did it was kind of the best of the best combos of the specials. Because you get the Mexican arch top body with chrome hardware with the stainless screws and the titanium blocks, custom kill switch. Chrome hardware with the pearl heads, with on a Chinese neck, which is ebony board with stainless frets. So I mean, it's kind of too bad they didn't make a special like this, but I got a feeling if they did, it wouldn't be a special anymore.
No. Very nice.
It'd be a very special.
Yeah.
Dave, you're special to me too. So.
Aw, he's so sweet.
You are. You're
It'd be nice if they had an a la carte kind of order. Pick and choose and order what you want.
Yeah.
Eric, I bet you that's coming.
great.
I bet you that little custom shop that you just described is coming.
Probably.
It looks better this way, though. I really do. I kind of like the look of this tobacco with the, with that.
Yeah. Well, Eric, you got to figure, just real quick on this matter, you got to figure right now they're making the USA guitars to order.
Mm-hmm.
So if they're already making them to order, you got to figure that you're going to be able to customize what you want on it soon.
Yeah, exactly.
Because if you have to wait 60 or 90 days to get it, then why not get it the way you want it?
That's right. Like getting an Indonesian with a German Floyd.
Yeah.
Eric, do you want to talk about your guitar a little bit?
Yeah, I'll tell us real quick here. So obviously, most of the internet knew that I was having a problem with the detuner, and it was nothing to do with the detuner itself. I think Jared there got lucky with his. He got one of the gems because these guitars weren't made to have a detuner right out of the get-go. Because if you look at that picture I posted on Facebook the other day, I had the fine tuner tension plate, and I took that off of my Japanese special, and I thought I broke off the finger off the low E string. Meanwhile, they're snipped that way now at Fender. Fender's snipping the fine tension screw, or the whatever you want to call the finger there. So there's play with the detuner, right? And my Japanese special, it's hard to see, but there's no finger on that one, so it's gone. You can see them on all the other ones, but not in the low E. They ticked it off so it doesn't interfere with the detuner. So I tried everything. I tried the springs I got from Adam. I tried my regular springs. I tried different tension. I tried everything, and the thing would not stay in tune. It would go sharp every time you would either disengage or engage the detuner. So last couple nights ago, I took off last night I guess? I took off the German Floyd off of my Japanese special, and the guitar has never played better. It's 100% perfectly in tune throughout the ratio of the detuner, and it's now I got to chrome everything else out though because it's chrome. So love it now.
And Eric, just so you know that the same thing on the American ones, that on that claw, it's missing on the low E. It's not on any of them.
Apparently that's something Eddie has told the production team to remove.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And I read some things online the other day, too. There's arguments both ways. Everyone's saying, no, you have to have that. And even Adam even told me you can have them all completely off. You don't have to put that plate in there because the string tension itself will keep them in place. I mean, it's proof in the pudding right now with the E string. I mean, it holds there with the tension on the spring. So you could technically take all those off, and they technically say those are tone suckers anyways. So.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah. You know, those old whale tail Floyds, like the one that's on the original 5150 guitar, that didn't have that claw on it.
That's right. That's right.
So, yeah, it would work just like that.
Yeah. You get some funky things happening when you do whammy bar dives and stuff like that. When you start to slacken off the strings, those things can bounce around a little bit, but once you go back into tune, the tension's back again. So,
I agree. Well, good luck with that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah, definitely. Good. I'm glad you got it figured out.
Me too. I was going to send it up to the girl with the trash. I was getting that upset.
Oh, boy.
That's good though. I'm glad he got it worked out.
Yeah, and strangely enough, I mean, with the like equivalent of an $800 guitar with a few extra bucks in it, I play it over any of my other guitars, even over a couple $1,000 PRS, which I dropped tonight. I almost broke.
Jeez.
Oh, boy.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, somebody's mad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I threw in a comment earlier, Eric. I'm sure you read it. That I didn't know if maybe some of the later Wolfgang standards that are going to be coming out now, they might be a little bit different. I mean, I don't know. I guess maybe they're all different in their own way. That some people might have a lot of problems with the Floyd trying to put a detune on it, and some people might not have any trouble at all.
I saw that comment. Yeah, I want to be the inspector number 9 for every one of these guitars that come out of the factory. As soon as I hear someone's got one, I want them to send me a sample of the A string, and I want to see if I can get to the bottom of it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But yeah, you got lucky, and praise to you too. I know I was talking to Charlie this morning over in England, and I said to him, hey, I got good news and bad news. Good news, I fixed it. Bad news is you're gonna have to buy an American bridge. Or I mean a German bridge, but So he's okay, great, awesome.
Yeah.
Well, at least if I end up, I guess if something breaks on this one, I know what to do, and that's just buy a German one.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and problem solved.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, you can't.
And you can actually buy them direct from Floyd Rose. You don't need to be an endorsee or an artist.
Nope.
I spoke to Sarah over there, and I said, a lot of my friends always ask me if I can help them out, and I just wanted to know, is it possible that anyone can call Floyd Rose and order what they want? And they said as long as they have a credit card, they can call direct and order it. So
yeah.
If any of you guys want a Floyd Rose, you're more than welcome to do that.
Yeah,
And they'll help you.
Yeah, they even have it right on the website too. You can order right through their shopping cart on the site too.
Well, what's a German Floyd, like $200?
If you want to do one like yours with the black nickel, I think it's $245. It's chrome's about $200. Yeah. Any of the plated ones are a little bit.
It's still well worth it. It's well worth it to get to pay pretty much any amount of money for a Floyd, a German one. It's worth it because it makes your guitar that much better. It really does.
The pudding with this one right here, proof is 100% the pudding. I was hoping that wasn't the case, and it is for sure. I don't know what this one, if I want to take the chrome one back off and stick it back on the special and get the black nickel German, I don't know yet. Because if I do that, I got to change out the tuners and everything on here as well too, and I don't know if I want to do that. So I might just order a German black nickel.
That'll be a good deal.
Yeah.
That'll be a real good deal.
You said you noticed an immediate change, correct, Eric? As soon as
Yes.
you got on there, I mean, almost like my guess would be acoustically it was a whole new guitar, because you know as well as I do, when you pick up a guitar, plugging it into an amp is amazing, but playing it acoustically is what really gives you that feeling of, yes, this thing is phenomenal or not, correct?
That is correct. I hadn't even plugged into the amplifier. If I can give you the wow factor, here's what it was like. Taking the guitar from the factory and then getting it, hearing it, playing it, sounded cool. Then Adam upgraded it with the FU tone stuff, and it went from from 0 to 50, or even more than that. And then with this next one, with the true steel, hardened steel, as opposed to the zinc alloy, kind of soft, I call it like a bicycle handlebar metal. That level again, so it went 3 tiers. It went good to fantastic to like it's impossible, because we got everything resonating now. So it just brilliant. Like it was louder than I had ever heard acoustically, and through the amp again too. The sustain it's just insane.
Do you have that guitar right here? You could just show real quick.
Yeah.
I'd love to check it out.
So everything is still okay. What I've done on here now is obviously got the titanium inserts, the stainless steel. D-tuner. This isn't the D-tuner that Adam put on because I had a black one. Actually, here's the old bridge right here.
Yep.
I'm just going to use it for a paperweight. I don't have got the brass block in here, the 37. I don't have the noiseless springs in here right now. I've taken them back out. I'm probably going to put them back in. But I found them really, the tension on them were insane. I love them.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah. The tension was insane. So I like my bridge when I would do like whammy work. I like to be able to use just a couple fingers on it, just like that, and really spongy. I want tension all the way back, but I really want to have this spongy kind of a little teeter-totter kind of deal.
Right.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
got that. Got the kill switch on there. I'm not sure you can see the kill switch. Should be lit up. And then the stainless steel locking nuts, and that's about it. But this thing plays. I'll take this over any of my guitars in the house any day.
Yep.
Cool. Yeah, well, that's one thing my buddy Pete, I went over to his house and we put one of Adam's bridges on one of his guitars on that striped Wolfgang that he just got, and the bridge is fantastic, but he had gotten those red springs, and man, you really have to muscle that down with those springs. So he decided, and we both kind of decided that, and quite frankly, I like the sound that the springs make, and there's no, the noiseless sound. It doesn't sound like a Floyd Rose anymore. It just doesn't. There's something missing with those red springs. So we took them out and put the regular ones back in, and it was perfect again. So
if I was still performing live with the band, I might use them. There's all kinds of different things that can play on stage. That'd be a little differently than in the studio. So for now, I like the tension of just where they're at right now, and who knows? I may swap them out another day.
Always good to have them for something different. Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's just another tool in the toolbox.
Exactly.
The chrome great on there too, Eric.
You like the chrome?
Yeah.
Yeah, the chrome. Leave the chrome on that one. Just get whatever you need. But the chrome looks great on there.
Like you throw that chrome hardware on these things, and it just puts a whole. It just makes the guitar look. I hate to say it this way, because I'm not slamming anybody's guitar that doesn't have the chrome, because they're great guitars. But to me, it just makes the guitar look more pretty.
Well, not only pretty, it makes it look more. It makes it look more expensive than it is. It makes it look like an expensive guitar.
Right. Well, I think if that's the case, like I am kind of leaning that way as well too. I think what would really dress it off is to use the Pearloid type, the Pearl tuners. Now I could take them off my special, but they're different, eh?
Eric, don't do that. Don't do that. Or go to Stuart McDonald. They're $18. Just get them. They're $18.
Okay. That's what these are, Eric. That's exactly what these are. They're EVH. They're EVH chrome tuners.
Yeah.
But I just put like Dave said, I ordered a few sets of them, and they're basically just Stu Mac. They're like, what, Dave? $14, $15? Is that what it was? Something
18. Yeah. But it's still under $20 for Pearloid ends, and it comes with the screws as well. So
right. Perfect.
It's a no-brainer.
So you're just changing the ends.
Yeah, you're just changing the ends. They'll fit right on top of that tuner.
Okay, perfect. That'll dress it up for sure. Yeah, I think I'll do that.
Absolutely.
Cool.
Guys, just everybody out there watching, what Dave and I are talking about, Eric, Dave and I are talking about, these are all mods that, I'm not trying to convince, we're not trying to convince anybody to do anything different with their guitars, especially their EVH guitars. I mean, the EVH puts these guitars together for a purpose. That's how they come, and they're fantastic guitars. But if you are looking for a different look, there are options out there. If you want to switch the stuff out to chrome hardware, or you want to switch, the heads to Pearl Pearl heads, you can dress it up. It's like anything else. It's like any part. And you're not changing the playability necessarily of the guitar. I mean, I changed the playability a little bit of this one. I put the ebony, neck on, but it's essentially, it's like a car, I mean, you can dress it up, and these are options you can do. All kinds of cool stuff.
I agree with Rob for the most part, but the playability does get changed when you put a German Floyd on. There's just something about
absolutely.
it.
Yeah.
The Floyd, yes, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
It's just, and I'm not. I mean, even the F1000 made in Korea to a German Floyd, it's a different animal. They look very similar.
Yep.
But the Floyd Rose is actually it's stronger material, but it's thinner, so the bridge sits in the body just a little bit nicer than the F1000. It brings your action a little bit lower. It's just something about it, and you can actually feel it. You don't necessarily hear it in the playability, but it's a feel. It's something that you feel, and you're like, okay, now the guitar feels a little more substantial. So there is definitely a difference in those Floyds.
Yeah. I'll tell you something, Dave. This is a true testament. People are going to think I'm crazy when I say this, but I know my guitars like I know my car. When I drive my car, I know if there's a little flutter somewhere, I know something's wrong with it. When I put this German Floyd on here, my first note I bent I just about bent the string off the neck. It's slinkier, and the string tension is the same. Sorry, the spring tension is the same, but it's slinkier. I have pretty strong fingers to begin with, but I just about bent the strings right off the fretboard without any serious effort. I'm using 9 to 42s. That's a light gauge, obviously, but on solid piece of steel, you know, it got slinkier. It doesn't seem like it should, but it did.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. There's something about it, and you know, people think I'm insane when I say it, and until you try it yourself, either you're going to know right away, or you really don't know the difference. I mean, you know, there are people that hear it, that can feel it, and people that are like, not, you know, it's not necessarily their fault, but they're clueless.
That's right.
You know, and it's like Eric Johnson. People think Eric Johnson is like a retard. Well, crazy. They think he's crazy because he can hear difference in batteries.
And lengths of cable, 5 foot, 10 foot, 20 foot.
And cables. But I believe that he can, because some people can do that.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know about Eric Johnson, but I know Rob Johnson's crazy. So.
What's that?
I said I don't know about Eric Johnson, but I know Rob Johnson's crazy. But hey, guys, this is fun. My girlfriend just showed up, and I got to take off. But it was great to see you guys. Eric, I'm glad you could jump in.
Thank you.
Jerry, Dad, everybody tonight. You know, it was awesome.
See you, Rob.
Guitar looks beautiful.
You're awesome.
Guitar is gorgeous.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much.
Good luck with that one, Rob.
Yeah. Well, Nesdal, I'm coming out, and when I come out, I'm bringing this one out.
All right. You know, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting.
No, I'm coming. I'm bringing my USA one out. We're gonna relic yours up too.
No, I don't want my relics. I'm going to be the only one with a new-looking one.
All right. Hey, you guys have a good night.
You do.
Awesome.
Take it easy.
Thanks, see you, Rob.
Bye.
Thanks.
The one thing I've got to do to mine tonight after I got some business to do tonight, but one thing you can see, if you can see my bridge, I've got the I'll try to get it closer there. I've still got the shim. I've got the block shim under there, so I don't need it on there because I got the big block. It's too much of a shim, so I'm going to pull that shim back out. Unfortunately, I got to take it all apart again. I've taken it apart 10 times in the past 2 days, but I'm going to pull that shim out and I'll get the Floyd even more. Like, it's flush, but it's raised up. I don't like that. I've lost a bit of whammy bar arc. So.
Oh, so you want it closer to the body?
Yeah. I have
That's
to.
a good idea.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like to have as much arc
Good
as
idea.
possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Johnny, thank you for sending me those pictures earlier. It was just more of a theory I needed to confirm for myself there.
Oh yeah, of course, of course.
I contacted like 50 people yesterday. Send me a picture of your Floyd Rose. I need to see the tension fingers.
Yeah. I was stuck in San Jose. Did you guys hear about that fire?
Just from you.
On the highway going to Santa Cruz? I was like stranded. I couldn't go home last night.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Yeah, it was
How long
bad.
did it take you to get home?
I don't. It took me longer than usual, but I hung out. I hung out so I didn't have to sit in the traffic. What happened was there was a car fire. You know Dave. I mean, Dave. Every time sometimes I talk to you on the phone. I'm driving home on this highway. It's called 17. Anybody who knows Santa Cruz, California, going from Santa Cruz to San Jose or the other way around, you drive through the mountains, and it's a very, very dangerous stretch of road. I've seen accidents happen right next to me, sparks flying over but apparently there was a car fire yesterday afternoon, and it sparked like a mini forest fire right there,
Wow.
And it's still messed up. The freeway is still messed up now. There's not going to be cleared out till like 10 o'clock tonight, apparently. But I'm not even saying this. Anyway, I was stranded in San Jose last night for a while, and Eric messaged me asking me for photos of the bridge, and then so we were messaging back and forth. And yeah, that's the guitar back there, the Kramer that has the F1000, the bridge from my Circles.
Gotcha.
That's what that is.
Cool.
The Stripe Series bridge. And then, so real quick, we got some questions. Brent's Z Rocks. Yeah, he wanted to know what Eric's gauge of strings was, and you actually answered that.
Yeah, 9 to 42.
Already.
Super cycles.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
You tune to E flat or are you in 440?
Yeah.
E flat's my blood. Yep.
Guitar Center. Three
There you
for
go.
10. Deal.
Good deal. I don't even know anything other tuning. That's it.
Amazon, 3 for $6.
I got a quick question,
Oh,
if anybody
nice.
can answer it, just really fast.
Yeah.
Whenever you're changing strings on a, like, say this Ernie Ball guitar, is it better to do one at a time, or would it hurt it to do all of them, take them all off?
I sometimes take off 3 at a time, but you can put a little device under the back. I've even used like cassette tapes, if anyone knows what those are, like the case, and just stick it under the bridge to hold it in place. But there's tools you can get to keep the bridge from popping back. But I usually take off 2 or 3. As long as you got tension on there, it won't fly off on you.
Okay, yeah, because I was just cleaning the neck a little bit. That's the only reason. Other than that, it wouldn't matter at all to me.
Well, I take them off. I take them all off. You know, it doesn't bother me if the bridge falls off the post, because you can put them back on. You can put it back on very easily. But that's what I lemon oil the ebony and the rosewood boards, and I use some steel wool on the frets. And the only way to do that is to take all the strings off at the same time. So,
That's true.
I read online that that normally people don't use lemon oil on a maple board for some reason. I'm not really sure.
No, not on a maple.
No,
ebony and rosewood.
Yeah.
What does it do? Is it like bad for the neck or something?
It just seeps into that neck, and it's not horrible for it, but it's since it's a light colored wood, a lot of people like to keep their fingerboards nice and clean looking.
Yeah.
The second you put the oil on, it'll get black very fast.
Now, see, I'm going to disagree there. And I'm not recommending anyone to do it if they don't want to do it. But I don't use lemon oil on my rosewoods. I do use lemon oil. Like this is a hard rock maple. And the other ones are the bird's eye. It will make bird's eye pop. At least in my case, I'm not saying everyone's case, but it makes my bird's eye pop. Doesn't go black. Like my one PV USA Wolfgang, the patent pending one, the bird's eye on that thing is just to die for. And what the lemon oil does, and I don't saturate it. I'll put a couple drops on the rag. I'll just pat it on the neck. You can actually watch it absorb into the neck, and then you take another clean cloth and buff it off, and it just pops the living heck out of the bird's eye. Now, that's my own personal opinion. I'm not saying it's right or wrong, but it's worked very, very well for me, and I've been doing it for 15 years. That's just my deal.
Yeah, I mean, I've read a bunch of different things. People put, like, lighter fluid or something, like it's crazy.
Well, lighter fluid is an old luthier's trick to clean.
Yeah,
use it to clean the fretboard.
Mm-hmm. Like all car guys used to clean their shops too with the gasoline.
Yeah. And then a lot of guys will also use gunstock oil.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
good to know.
I'm like David. I don't use anything on my maple necks. I think it's just because most maple necks are coated or clear coated, so you don't clean them, and out of habit, I just didn't clean them, and so when I have unfinished maple necks, I just follow the same rule.
It's like an oil finish, right? It's just like they rub an oil finish on when they first.
Yeah.
That's true, and the oils from your hands as you play it will seep into the board, and that'll protect it.
Yeah.
Isn't that the premise?
But
isn't what Eddie said?
There's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
There's nothing wrong with doing what Eric does, though.
No.
It's not gonna hurt. It's not gonna really hurt the fingerboard. It's not gonna hurt the neck at all. It's personal preference, just like Eric said.
It was.
Some people like to do it, and some people don't.
That was Eddie's thing, right? Didn't he he likes to use the oil from his hands to work into the fretboard and stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
More worn in feel.
Do you guys remember when? Do you guys remember when the Music Mans came out? They all had those plastic guards over the fretboards.
Mm-hmm. PVs too.
Yes. Yeah. PVs as well.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't know why EVH doesn't do it, but it's kind of funny that right when they used to do that, stick them underneath the string so you couldn't get your fretboard dirty.
I know why. I know why they don't do it. Because Eddie owns the company and he's saving as much money as he can.
Yeah.
Think about it. He didn't own those other companies.
No, he didn't. They are much smarter, and EVH is even smarter now. The guy who's running EVH now was a VP at Ibanez, and he seems to have it more dialed in even now, more so than before, for when it comes to profit and keeping them, keeping the products streamlined.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Guys, here's an example of some lemon oil on the PV. Take a look at this. Can you see the bird's eye there?
Hang on.
Yeah. Test one,
Yeah,
two.
oh yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
And look at the back.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful piece of wood.
that is gorgeous.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is nice.
A lot of that's
Now,
actually
Eric,
sweat
you could
stain.
have lied to us and said that you just played the crap out of that board.
Yeah.
Well, there's a lot of that too. This has been my Road Warrior. This one's been through hell and back again. This one's custom, pretty much custom. Yeah.
I love that guitar. It's awesome.
Yeah, this is.
Did you put pickup rings in that? Did I just see pickup rings on that?
You did, yeah. Yep. Chromed out.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
Yeah, this one's been a real keeper.
Awesome.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, those are great guitars. I've got one. I've got one. I played a cool one last night.
Yeah, the gold one.
The gold special. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Those are cool.
Yeah.
I ordered myself one this morning. I ordered the new black and white stripe.
Very cool.
I'm pretty excited about that. I missed out when they did the first batch. You know, the limited run.
Yeah.
I couldn't get one, and people got crazy. It's like $2,000 for them used on eBay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Expensive.
The fact that they
You talking about the red, black, and white?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
they're very
and
cool.
so, speaking of NAMM, that's what I was most excited about when they said that they brought it back. So I gotta have one.
Yeah. It's very cool. Yeah, I have one of those on order myself.
Yeah.
Seems like I have quite a few guitars on order or being built right now. Crazy.
Yeah, they're saying October.
Yeah.
They're saying October for those. But
yes, yeah, October is when they'll be hitting.
They'll be cool because they're painted. That's the trick, right? I mean, the fact that they're painted is great.
Are they painted, or do we know that for a fact?
Okay,
Vinyl.
so here's what I did. I was watching you guys a couple nights ago, a couple weeks ago, because I told you guys I kind of watch your show every night. And I think it was David, and you were saying that you thought the Mexi-made Stripe series were wrapped. I wasn't sure.
They are wrapped.
So this morning, when I was picking them,
that's the way to keep the cost down on those things.
Yeah. So when I met with them this morning, I asked Matt Brown at EVH, and I asked those guys, I said, hey, and they said, no, they're painted. And I said, are you sure? And this is what they said. This is for EVH. They're saying not only are they painted, the red, white, and black ones are a 5-step treatment, and they're painted on the Mexican ones, and right. And not only that, they are toying with the idea of doing a satin finish one. And they said in the satin finish one, you're really going to feel the lines and stuff, because they go, when they clear coat it, you don't get to feel the layers of paint, but they're going to do a satin finish model, or they're toying with the idea of one for like the Stripe series.
That looks really good.
But they're swearing. I had them swear. I said, look, if I say this to somebody and I find and I'm wrong, I'm going to feel stupid. They swore to me today that all those Stripe series are painted. That's why they raised the price of the red one. They raised the price of the red one about a year ago. They said that basically it's more expensive to make, but they were losing money because it's the top seller, and it has 5-step process instead of 3 like the others. So we'll see. The crazy part for me was I've looked inside the cavities of them. I'm sure you did too, trying to see where the tell is. You know what I mean? Is it where the paint spray line is, or where the wrap? I can't see where I can figure out if they're wrapped or painted. So I just asked them. They swear they're painted. So I'm like, all right, they swear by it.
Okay. All right. I mean, they're just all very exact. They're all just very exactly alike.
Yeah. So I will tell you this.
That's what bothers me.
Well, I plan before January, at the NAMM show in January, I plan to go to Ensenada and check it out. So I want to see. Right. So I'll visually see. I'll have somebody let me see.
Well, you're going to be our roving reporter.
Yeah, because I told him, I said, you could probably agree with this. I think if they're wrapped, they're a pretty good deal. But if they're painted, that's a great deal.
Yeah,
right?
Absolutely. If they're painted, then it's super worth the money. You know, because the guitar is a great guitar. As a guitar, they're great. They're really good.
Yes.
But you know, but they're the correct price for a wrapped guitar. For a painted guitar, that's just a stupid price. It's amazing.
Yeah, and I kind of believe them because you know those Warren D Martinis that they still make in the USA, they still have the original guys painting those, right?
Yeah, but
so those
the
I know
US
are painted.
ones I can understand being painted.
Yeah, the US ones. The Mexico ones are wrapped on the Warren D Martini, right?
Yeah.
But
yeah, I think that's why I thought all of them are wrapped.
Well, see, and the trick for me was, but at the shop, I pulled 3 of the red, white, and black stripe ones, right? And I've looked at them side by side, and exactly the same teeth marks and spray marks are on all of them in the exact same spots. Like you said, they're so identical that I'm like, well, maybe it is a wrap, right? But I don't know. They swear. So, and I have seen, if you've seen Fender, they did those. What's his name? The artist is like David Lazaro or something like that. They did those artist guitars, and remember they did those. I don't know if you remember the Fender did those baseball guitars. Those all the baseball teams.
Yeah.
Those were all wrapped, and one thing I can say is those were obvious when you look at them. They were wrapped. It looked decalish, if that's a word.
Oh yeah, it's enough of a word that I understand.
Yeah. So we'll see. Because I asked him. The reason I asked this morning was, I really want this striped Wolfgang, and it's an obnoxious price point. You know, they want 16 street for it, $15.99, and I was like, you know, if that it's different. See, like at that price point, if it's a decal, that's not a smoking deal, other than the fact that you can't get one.
Right.
But if it's painted,
that's it. And I think they're gonna be numbered. I think they're gonna be limited.
No, they're not limited. I asked that. The new amp, right? Because it was literally at breakfast this morning. I had my EVH meeting. The amp and the new natural one and the striped are not limited. Those are production guitars and amps.
Fantastic.
Those are they don't have any. They have no intention of keeping them as limited production. They're just adding that Wolfgang to the Stripe series, so it'll just be part of the Stripe series.
Great.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I thought so too. I was like, cool. It still made me want to get one and not wait, but in fact, I told him, I go, it sucks the natural one's this month. It comes out this month, but the striped one's not until October.
Mm-hmm. Well, hey,
because they don't probably have enough ready. That's why. You know, they can pull the natural one, you know, because basically all they're doing different is painting the back of the body, really.
Right.
So
it'll be 10-to-1 orders, I've noticed.
Yeah.
For every one natural, there'll be 10 stripes.
Yeah. The stripe ones, what I thought too. I thought they'll go right into back order list. Yeah. And then you know what it's going to probably do? It's going to really screw up that used market that was trying to demand $2,000 for those things.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they'll still be different because you know those will be black hardware and maple necks.
Right.
So you know they're different, and those are numbered, so it's not going to really screw up the demand.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I think it's just because I kind of on this one I don't know why I prefer the ebony. I think it looked cooler.
I do too.
I do too. I think it looks cooler, and you know the stainless frets. You can't go wrong with stainless frets.
No.
You know, I never had I never cared either way until I started playing these guitars with them. They just don't wear out. They don't wear out.
No.
You never need to refret a guitar.
No.
You know?
And no friction when you bend.
Smooth.
I love it.
It's amazing, you know, and I refret guitars pretty often, you know, for someone that's not on the road, you know, 300 nights a year. I'll refret a guitar like every 2 years, especially if it's one of my main gigging guitars. Every 2 years or sooner, they get refretted. But you know, I've had my Stealth now for almost 2 years, and I mean, there's not a scratch on those frets. And I play them. I really play these guitars hard. You know, it's amazing.
I've owned a Parker, And the Parker guys, they have to do stainless because they glue those frets on.
Yeah.
And same thing, man.
Yeah.
I've never seen a Parker, not a single one with dented frets yet, with worn frets.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, because I was told they never need to be refretted, and I'm like, well, at some point it's got to wear out. But man, I've still never seen one with worn frets.
Nope. They don't. They don't need fretting out. There's something about them that, I mean, especially if you're using 9-gauge strings. I can understand if you're using 11s or 12s as you know high E.
Right.
That might start to wear them down a tiny bit, but these light gauge strings are not going to do any damage to the stainless steel frets. They're just not going to.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And hey, real quick, we got a question, or not a question, a comment. We do have questions. Oh my, dang. Comment: Super Junior 1030. Who is this? Is this David? Is this David Allen? Do you know? Is this David? Hey guys, I was at NAMM. That's why it makes me think it's David Allen. And asked the EVH guys about wrapped or painted this last NAMM just a couple days ago. I asked them to make a video to prove to all the fans. I was told the Stripe series is a 10-step process.
See? Okay.
It was confirmed by three members at Fender NAMM. And Philip Reed Wallace can confirm.
It's Philip Reed. Yeah.
Is this Philip Reed or is this David Allen? It's one of those guys. Either of you guys, whichever you guys, whoever this is, thank you for the photos and the video you guys sent me. They sent me some video of people playing through that new amp and stuff.
Nice.
Yeah.
So it's cool.
Yeah, like I said, same here this morning. They swore by it. They even called and talked to another party just to confirm. So yeah, so I guess if they're swearing by it, I'll believe them.
I'm gonna go with they're painted, and now that makes me want to go play my black and yellow.
Yeah.
You know, it's cool. Very cool.
Yeah, it's cool, right?
That makes that guitar worth a lot more to me personally, because I didn't, you know, the ones that I didn't want to do myself, I bought as EVHs because they're not generally my favorite striping patterns or colors, but that makes them that much cooler. So awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah, I would love for them to post a video showing them doing it though.
Yeah, I mean, other than them hanging on a rack, yeah, there should be someone, you know, maybe someone spraying one. That would be cool.
Well, because here's the thing. I bet you a lot of us thought, you know, they're wrapped, and then, like I said, $8.99 for a Mexico Strat basically isn't such a smoking deal. But like I said, with the Wolfgang pickups, Wolfgang pickup and then painted, it's a better deal.
Mm-hmm.
Well, yeah, I mean, coming from, you know, me, I paint these things.
Yeah.
So I know how much of a pain in the butt it is and how long it takes.
Right.
You know, so yeah, that's really an amazing price for a guitar that's painted with 2 or 3 colors plus all the striping, and then they got to use an X-Acto knife to get all the little, you know, whatever went underneath the tape, and it's a pain. You know, it's painstaking. So you got someone doing a lot of work for that little bit of money.
Yeah,
it's very cool.
A lot of wet sanding.
Yeah, a lot of wet sanding.
Yeah. Well, you guys, cool. I learned something new tonight, and it made me super happy. So thank you.
Yeah, me too. I'm happy too. Makes me want to. You know what it makes me want to do? It makes me want to sand mine to satin.
Oh, I thought it was going to make you want to eat ice cream.
Yeah, what is it, like 130 degrees there?
It's like 112. Well, think of this. It's 6:30 here, and it's probably 110.
Oh, God.
That's just insane. That's
it doesn't cool down at night. At night, it'll drop to like 95 by midnight or something like that.
Man. I'm on my way. On my way right over.
Yeah.
I not only do I feel bad for you, I feel bad for your guitars. 'Cause, I mean, that's just, you know, that knocks them right out.
So I do repairs. So think about this. So July, I take the first week of July off. I close the shop because through July and August, the last 4 weeks of July and August, I'll do 30, maybe 40% of the repairs I do for the year because it's so hot here. Those AC units just run. People's AC units have to run like 24/7 to keep the houses down in the 70s, and they're drying out the air, and those guitars are just shrinking, and those frets just pop, and everything just goes to hell.
The fret edges. You got to get a lot of. Files for that for those months.
Plus, I tell everybody I can, and they still don't learn this. They buy guitars, online, and those things come in these 130-degree UPS trucks. And then when the driver drops it at their house, they don't wait at all. They open the case up, and the guitar just goes from 130 degrees to 70 degrees in like 4 minutes.
Let it climatize. I've learned that in music retail. Number one, let it climatize.
Let it climatize. Yeah, when we get shipments here, we wait 24 hours before we open a case. We don't need to wait that long, but we do.
Oh, yeah. Think of acoustics. I used to work in a Fender and a PV dealer years ago, and we also sold Martins too. And you get a $5,000 Martin come in and get the rookie kid, the co-op kid. Oh, let's take it out of the box and see what it is. Like, dude, don't touch it. We're in Canada and cold weather sometimes, and that's the worst thing. It'll crack. Not to mention what else.
You watch the bridge come. Come right off.
Yeah.
You can hear them. You can hear it when you go from extreme cold to hot and vice versa. You can hear them creak like a pirate ship.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You can physically hear them constrict or expand. Yeah, so
that's funny.
It's warm.
Funny stuff. Any more comments there, Johnny?
That'd be a cool tone, though. You grab it right out, plug it in, hit a chord. It's like. It's like natural vibrato. You're just holding it. It's like. Getting fatter and smaller. David Allen. Okay, that was David Allen, right? Yes, David Allen, dude. What does he say? It takes 3 days to complete each striped guitar per the guys at Fender. That's what they told him.
Yeah. They told me the same thing. They told me that's the process is long. They said that's why that's why they said they raised the red, black and white one $100 over the others because the process was longer.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
So you're talking about the ones from Mexico then, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Any of the ones that we had, Johnny, your circles, the ones that that I have, a lot of us have.
Yeah.
Wow. Cool.
Yeah, so
cool.
Yeah, like I said, they need to talk about that more. That's I'd put that bold and proud on everything if I was.
Yeah,
that should go on the checklist. That should go on the checklist.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Painted by blah blah blah.
Oh, right. Yeah, that's it. Right.
On the hang tag.
Yeah.
Yeah, hang tag.
Yeah.
Right.
That'd be very cool. That's a real keepsake too, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Because it's artwork at that point.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, the artist.
Yeah. It is. Yep.
So, but it's weird.
Sirs.
I
don't know. Mm-hmm. Here's a quick. Is this a question? Jim Nicholas? Nicholson?
Use every time. It's like Paul
I can't
Roddy.
see it. It's too far. It's a laptop too far away. I think it's Jim Nicholson. Hey guys, for the EVH Stripe series, do you feel the need to upgrade to stainless steel frets, or better to put the money in the new Floyd and nut?
I don't see any need for the stainless steel frets, but I would put in some brass blocks and possibly do a little bit of upgrading that way.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd put a brass block in it. Titanium titanium saddle blocks.
Mm-hmm.
You can. I mean, you don't have to do the stainless steel locking screws in the back. These long screws, but they look nice and they never rust.
It's
you
worthy.
Can do that. It doesn't really do anything to the tone of the guitar, but it does look nice. But yeah, the brass block at least that'll take your guitar from a good guitar to a really good guitar.
Do the Floyds on the Stripe series and the Wolfgangs all require the same size block?
Yeah,
I believe so.
the 37 millimeter.
Yeah.
37 millimeter.
37.
You
okay.
can do the 42 millimeter if you keep the back plate off the guitar. It just makes it with the plate on it, but you might, I mean, depending on how hot it is, how much the guitar, moves, it may hit the back plate if you use a 42 millimeter, but the 37 is the one to get.
This is the brass plate that's in the PV American Special. And it is brass, but it's just not as big as like the 37 that I put in my new Wolfgang Standard. But it is a brass block. It's just not a real big one.
Yeah.
Right. But what guitar is that?
This is the Wolfgang Special American PV.
Oh yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one of those in green myself.
Yeah, I painted this chameleon, but it's
very cool.
I think it's the same block in all the American. It's the same one that's in the standard I have as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I left mine the same as well. I didn't
It's
see
decent.
the need to.
Yeah, it's
I
decent.
didn't see the need to upgrade to the fatter one, but.
Yeah, I don't either.
that's
The
fine.
guitar sounds killer, and I've had this guitar for.
To tell you the
years.
truth. Yeah, to tell you the truth, on all my USA EVHs also, I did not put a brass block on. I don't think they need it. They they resonate really well. They sound great. I left the steel block that's in it. Eddie's not using a brass block on these things, so if it's good enough for him, I'm keeping it.
Yeah, my Mexico Wolfgang Stealth, it doesn't have one in it, but that guitar sounds killer the way it is, and I don't see the point either.
Right. Well, I do have one in my Mexico, the red satin. I do have one because it's a German Floyd on that. It's a
Okay.
Yeah, that has a brass block in it, and my Stealth has a brass block in it because it came with one when I got it. It looks like Eddie's tour guitar with the chrome stuff on it, and it already had a brass block in it, so I kept it on, and it sounds great, So
Right. Yeah.
But this white guitar and the flame top that I have sounds just fine without it. I'm not going to change it out.
Right.
I'm definitely going to throw one in the Japanese Special just because I've got it in pieces right now, so it's perfect.
Yeah, you may
it's
as
perfect time
well.
for it. Yeah, exactly.
Sure, you may as well. Absolutely. Cool.
Cool.
Sucks.
You guys have people looking at you.
So, Johnny, are you still with us?
I just got back.
Okay.
Dudes, we're up to like 40 people looking at us.
That's great.
Cool.
Hey, everyone.
That's awesome.
Hey, everyone.
I'm back. David
What
Allen
else
Ryan.
we got?
David Allen. Dude, David Allen, thank you. Did I even say? Yeah, thanks again for sending me that video, man, and those photos from NAMM. Yes, I want to talk about NAMM. Did we even? I guess we kind of did.
Kinda.
We didn't really. No, we didn't.
really.
We could talk about that.
What do you guys? I mean, of course, yeah, the EVH stuff, that amp, those two guitars. Are you guys? Was there anything that you saw in any videos or posts that was exciting about?
No,
Well,
I tuned out after EVH.
Yeah, I just realized another $5,000 on stuff I'm gonna have to buy over the next year.
There was MXR did a bunch of pedals and but it's getting to the point for me, like everybody comes out with a pedal a month, I can't keep up. So that was kind of cool.
I saw the video with Brian.
Right.
The new. Do you know Brian?
No, I saw it too.
Mm-hmm. I know him. He lives here. He lives because Dunlop is actually just up the street. They're up in Vallejo.
Oh wow.
But anyway, yeah, I saw that. I think that same video you're talking about, and he was showing off the what was it? It was an Echoplex.
Yeah, there's an Echoplex delay pedal that's based off their Echoplex preamp pedal, but adds delay, and then they had a camel toe way huge pedal, which is weird, and then they had a Variac. Did you see the Variac Fuzz? It's a fuzz pedal, but you can actually dial in how much voltage goes to it.
That's cool.
That's what I like.
Because you need that. You need that on a fuzz pedal for it to really sound good.
Yeah. Yeah. So I think the idea was, I think they figured out there's a lot of power supplies out there that people can use to go from like 4 volts all the way up to 9 volts, and I think they decided to build it in the pedal.
That's smart.
So
very cool.
Yeah, right. And so they also had like a dual overdrive, and there was something else. I was shocked to see how many things they actually released for a Summer NAMM, because Summer NAMM's not really the big show for everybody. So it was a pretty impressive smorgasbord of pedals for the summer. But all I heard was that the show was fantastic this year. In fact, it made me sad. I was going to go, and then I talked myself out of it.
I know why it's bigger, because they're in a much bigger room. I mean, the building is new from last year, and they're trying to make it. I mean, it's never going to be as big as Anaheim, but they're trying to make it a bigger deal because NAMM Week in Nashville is a big deal. It's a big draw. It's a big tourist draw, and they need to pay the rent on the building that they're using for it. So they need to make it really pop.
Yeah.
Because the building was put up just for it's a convention center just for stuff like this. So and they command a lot of rent, so they have to make the event a lot bigger.
Well, I know that firsthand here in my area of Canada, because a lot of you guys know I work for a radio station, and we do a lot of public events with these big convention centers, and they don't make a lot of money. You'd think they make a ton of money, but they don't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rent, right?
Yeah. Well, think about this: Fender and EVH and the specialty brands like Gretsch and Charvel and Jackson don't go usually, and Paul Smith didn't go. They don't go. So Fender made a last-minute choice to go, and I was told that the specialty side, which was the new Charvels, I don't know if you saw the new $2,000 American Charvels. Charvel, Gretsch, EVH said that they kind of had a bigger impact than Fender this year.
Wow.
So, yeah.
So it's the truth. It's the truth.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, personally, in my house, I know it looks like there's a lot of EVH going on in my house, but there's also a lot of Gretsch. Between me and my roommate, there's 6 Gretches in the house. So we and I have over 50 guitars in the house, but it's a Gretsch family as well. And if this household has 6 Gretches in it, actually soon to be 7 because he's getting yet another one. I can imagine the business that they're doing this year is really doing. They're doing well. Their Japanese guitars are fantastic, and I mean I would say they're as good as their custom shop is, and their custom shop is really amazing.
I agree.
Johnny, flash David's address on the screen right now.
Eric, I'll give you my address. I dare anyone to try to come here.
No, it's all good.
First of all, you'll never find it. You'll never find it. I live off the road, off a main road, in the back somewhere. No, I can give you my exact address. You'll never find it.
Okay. Chances are that's probably true. I get lost pretty easy.
But I mean, anyone, no one's gonna find it.
There you go.
I actually leave my car doors open. So it's it's not
so do I.
It's not a bad area. Yeah, because I mean you're in the woods. No one's gonna
I'm in
find
the woods
you
too. So yeah, where I live, my cars are not locked. It's great.
That's sweet.
I'm more scared of animals than I am people,
Yeah. Oh, which reminds me, I live in a city in New York. It's not New York City, but I live on Long Island, and it has one of the biggest cities called Glen Cove. And there was a black bear in Glen Cove. We've never had a bear here here in so close to Manhattan. It's ridiculous. But we actually had a full-grown black bear walking on one of the main roads, just out of nowhere, and someone took photos of it. It was amazing.
In Canada,
Just
that's
a
what we
little
call
sidebar.
Tuesday. That's Tuesday in Canada.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah.
All right, we have like a, huh?
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh no, there's like a million comments and questions.
Come on, let's do it.
Are you guys all okay? You guys all okay?
Yeah.
I got 5. Let's
Yeah.
hear 'em. I got Jet in 5, but let's hear him.
Okay. Oh, David Allen, this is a comment. Oh, the new titanium Floyd is now $8.99. He's telling me.
Don't think I'd be adding
Instead
that
of
one right away.
what was it like? It was what, around $1,200? It was a $1,200 Floyd Rose at some point. At one point,
Oh, I don't know.
I think they brought the price down.
It comes with a free guitar.
Yeah.
With the guitar wrapped around it.
Yeah, exactly. That's how it comes shipped. You don't have to keep the guitar, but it's installed on a guitar.
Yeah.
That's right.
Oh, okay. Let's see. There's like a million things. Paul Rodden. Are the new 2016 Wolfgangs with the Frankie paint job and the ebony fretboards going to be offered in lefty?
I don't think so.
That's a good question. It hasn't been. No one said anything yet.
Tell them to quit playing upside down.
I didn't see it. You know, to honest to goodness, I was looking at the price sheet this morning. I didn't see any lefties. I saw some lefty Gretches and I saw some new lefty Jacksons. I didn't see the lefty Wolfgangs being added.
There's only one lefty. There's only one lefty Wolfgang. I think.
Yeah.
Well, two. I think there's a Mexican and a white maple neck USA. That's it.
Yeah. Yeah. There's no love for the lefties, unfortunately.
Well, you can buy a white one and paint it.
Yeah.
True. I remember my days of working in the music stores here too. Kids would come in to buy some guitars, and they get like 3,000 guitars to choose from, and then they say, "Oh, I'm a left-handed." Okay, well, there's 3 over here you could choose from.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or flip it.
There's the 2, and they're all dusty. Strings are rusted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Broken strings.
That's like little Eric. You guys have seen him play his guitars, and he was born left-handed, and his mom hates me to this day for converting him to right-handed. I changed him at birth.
Well, that's good because now he's got a plethora of guitars to choose from.
Yeah.
That's probably the only benefit. I'm sure that'll make Sandra real happy when I tell her that.
Yeah.
Well, he could play right wing on a hockey team.
Mm-hmm. There you go. Yeah.
Companies have never loved left-handed guys. Think of this: Jackson last year, for the first time, made a production lefty, and think about how funny that is. The guitar is the same either way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All they have to do is route the controls on the other side of it and flip the bridges. And even that was too difficult for them for the first 25 years they were in business?
Well, that's probably because their guitars are so inexpensive that it costs more to do that tooling.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, really. I mean, there is that. The problem is that I get it. When you talk to manufacturers, they explain it. Switching the machine over while that machine's being switched over and they're not making guitars is running up the bills.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
People waiting to not work so they can switch machines over. It doesn't seem like a big deal, but I get it. If it takes 40 minutes, 30 minutes to switch a machine and they can make 10 guitars, I mean, that's 10 guitars not being made.
100 bodies in a half hour.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, and so I understand it, right? The other thing is, the problem is that when they switch it over to make left-handed stuff, they got to make 12. You know what I mean? So they just can't. It doesn't make make sense at the time, but that's why I said that guitar. That's something that can be retrofitted after the fact, right? You could just not router it and then have
just make a blank. Just that's right. Just make a body blank, and then someone can
do it.
Drill out
do it afterwards.
The controls.
Yeah. So that's why I said I understand why they do it some ways, but like guitars like that, they already make a reverse headstock V, which means just make that the lefty. And route the controls later, but I get it.
Great idea.
Great idea. I just feel bad for lefties. That's all.
You're hired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, isn't it true that Abraham Lincoln could write with both hands?
Ambidextrous.
Do you guys know? Hey, here's something funny. Do you want to know how you figure out if somebody plays left-handed or right-handed? This is true. You ask them to clap their hands.
Okay.
So when somebody claps their hands, there's only 3 ways to clap your hands. There's your left hand stays stationary and your right hand moves. Your right hand stays stationary and your left hand moves, or you come together like this. And if I ask somebody to clap their hands at the shop, I can tell if they clap their hands together, they're most likely a lefty that does things both left and right. And if they're right-handed, they will always move their right hand into their left hand stationary. If they're left-handed, they will move their left-handed into their right hand stationary.
The strong arm. Strong arm.
That's right.
Yeah. So when somebody comes in and says they're left-handed, we ask them to clap, and if they move both hands, we go, okay, look, do you play baseball or something right-handed? And they go, yeah. I go, let's try right-handed guitar. If they don't, if they do their left-hand movement, we just say, hey, you have to go lefty. So.
Good to know.
Yeah. So.
Well, you know, the way I see it when I teach as well, I mean, playing the guitar, you're using both hands anyway. Both hands are being used, and it's a motor skill that your brain is telling your hands to do. So if you've never picked the guitar up before, being a left-hander, it shouldn't be that hard to start playing it right-handed. Really shouldn't be, because you're starting from scratch anyway.
Well, this is funny, but it's just weird. Because this left-hand thing comes up a lot. My son's left-handed, but I made him play right. He plays right-handed. Yeah. And because I didn't want him to not have choices.
Exactly. I do that with all my students.
Yeah.
Well,
but one time I got to talk to Paul. I was talking to Paul Reed Smith, and at that time they didn't make any left-handed guitars. They do now. And I said, I can't believe you guys don't make any left-handed guitars. And he said, there's no such thing as a left-handed piano.
That's good.
Yeah. He said, so. Right. Yeah. So he said, so if you learn left-handed guitar, what are you going to do when you get to piano? And I'm like, yeah, he's right.
Yeah.
So.
Absolutely right.
Yep.
I'm scared to clap now, so. Don't do anything cool, because So if I pick my nose with my right hand,
yeah.
You can pick your friends with your left hand.
Yeah.
Man. Bry the sign guy, do you think the newer Wolf specials from Mexico will come with stainless steel frets?
No.
No. No, you know what it is? It's tooling costs. Those things chew through their files.
Yeah.
So it's not only the tooling cost to retool the files and the machines, it's the extra time it takes the employee to work on them. So they won't do it.
Impossible. They're impossible to file those fret edges on those. I've tried. And you'll break your tools before the frets get filed.
Yeah, you have to buy the files that have the diamonds on them, right? And they're not going to do it. I've asked them because they did it on the Japanese one, so it made sense, right? But no, they're not going to do it.
And the Japanese also come with the real nice molded case too, which they don't anymore.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
So, but at least they offer the molded case for the Stripe Series Strat shaped guitars.
Yeah, I was just talking about that in the hangout with you guys the other night. Yeah, a lot of people don't know that they have them both for the Strat.
Oh, you know what? I didn't know that either.
Yeah, $219 retail.
Yeah. So here's the deal with that. They took forever to finally make those cases, and then they made them crazy expensive.
Yeah. They don't have it for the Star. All they have for the Star is the gig bag, but at least there's an option for that as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
That would be pretty cool if they made a hard case for the Star guitar and have it shaped like the guitar. That would just be kind of cool. I don't know.
It would be cool, but it's just so big. You can't put it in a plane. You know, you can't take it on a plane with you. I mean, it's got to go in the belly of the plane. It's just what a pain in the butt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those things are huge.
They're
They
huge,
are.
man.
The gig bags are huge. So imagine how big the case is going to be.
Yeah,
Yep.
the case can add about 3 or 4 inches all the way around easily.
Yep.
Yep.
I want to get one of the molded ones for my Stripe series. That's nice to have.
Yeah, you know, I've never been a fan. I do have cases for all my guitars, but I use Reunion Blues leather gig bags. I mean, being you know, I gig, so carrying a case in your hand, especially being in New York, you put your guitar on your back, you take your combo amp in one hand and your pedal board in the other hand, and you go to your gig.
Yeah.
So
I'll tell you one thing. I like my standard molded case. You can see it down there. You see that down there?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, there's the molded case right there. Looks pretty sweet in there.
My Mexico Stealth came with a molded case, but I got it like 2.5 years ago.
Yeah.
The one thing they didn't do on the Strat shape case that bummed me out was they didn't follow the trick with the Wolfgang where you can leave the trim arm on.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they didn't do the cutout at the top, so you have to trick your tremolo arm off. And I thought that was one of the coolest things on Wolfgang cases, is that the trim arm gets to stay on.
I didn't even know that. I did not know
I didn't
that.
either. I didn't know. I have a case on my
I'm going to test it.
couch so that my animals don't go on the couch. I have to look.
Yeah, if you look at the top, they cut out a section so that your trim arm can stay on.
That's great.
Wow, I just learned something. That's great, man. Wow, what'd you learn today? I can close my case with a whammy bar on. Great. Thanks, man. Thank you. Cool. Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Brian Dono Frio, I think is his name. What's up with those crazy bent fret boards? True temperament?
Oh, those things that are curved?
Temperament?
Yeah, I know what he's talking about. Like there'll be an arc at the headstock. I've seen some bases like that. Is that what he's referring to? Where
they look
they're on
like-
an arc for playing style, like for the natural playing style.
Yeah. No. You're thinking of fan frets.
Okay.
Fan frets.
He's saying true temperament. These look like lightning bolts.
Oh, then no. Okay.
Oh yeah, Steve Vai has.
Steve Vai has
guitars
some
like
of his guitars.
Yeah.
They are crazy. Google it.
Okay.
Google. It's crazy looking.
Yeah. Your fingering has to be so dead on for it to be for it to work.
Right. So right.
But then you'll be in tune, and everyone else in your band will be out of tune. So it makes plain sense.
Yeah. My thought on those is I'm looking for stuff to make me sound better without working harder. Those things just make me seem like I got to practice more.
I know, right?
Yeah.
So at this stage of the game, I'm trying to cheat as much as I can.
To me, guitar should never be math. I suck at math. I try not to suck at guitar. I mean, just you want to pick it up and play, and not have to figure out an equation of how to do it.
Yeah, but there's an interview too with Steve Vai talking about them, and he even says they're fantastic. The intonation is precise, but he said, but it doesn't matter because we've gone so long without them. When you listen to the old music, they don't have it.
Right.
Yeah.
And like I said, you're the only one in the band that's going to be in tune, so it'll make you really sound out of tune when everyone else.
Right.
You'll be sticking. You'll be the one that's like, huh? Everyone will be like the guitar player's out of tune, and it's really not. Everyone else is.
Yeah.
Imperfections in an instrument is a very good thing. Having imperfections.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a human thing. It's human feel. Yeah. If you want to be perfect, use a computer.
Yeah.
Which is what we all of us have our things to say about rap artists and people that make beats. We're just turning into that if we keep doing stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
More Kanye West.
Yeah.
He's already had enough airtime in this chat.
Yeah. No. There you go. You got 3 syllables. Yeah.
Kanye is the king of rock and roll. Remember that.
Yes.
That's what he keeps telling himself. Guys, I got a jet, guys. We're gonna let you go. Thank you for letting me join in tonight.
All right, have a great night, brother.
We'll talk soon, guys. Cheers.
Bye.
Hey, call me when you can, Eric. We'll figure out that thing for you.
We'll do.
Yeah. Eric,
Yes.
what's your channel?
You go to ericbroadbent.com. And you can grab me there. Yeah, thank you for promoting that, Johnny. I appreciate that.
What's your address?
That's awesome.
Yeah, Eric, or youtube.com/Eric Broadbent Solo.
What's your phone number?
You almost got me with that one. Yeah.
1-800.
How does it work in Canada? Do they use
867-5309.
Is it like numbers and then letters?
Well, we have like a goose sign, and then we use like a pound, and then you just dial 555. Don't do pound goose. It's goose pound, and then the numbers.
Because you watch The Simpsons, and they're like, call Klondike.
Klondike 555. No. It's just traditional North American area code 1, and then your area code and your number, same deal. But we have an accent.
Pennsylvania 65000.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Cheers,
All
guys.
right. See you, Eric.
All right.
Take care.
Bye.
Klondike.
Yeah.
That's very funny.
That was something they used in the 50s, though, right? Way back when.
Yeah, that was before numbered prefixes.
Yeah, when they had operators that
Yeah.
would dial you in, something like that. Yeah.
Michael says he also bought the standard, I guess Wolfgang standard, because it has the same electronics as the $3,000 guitars. Is this true?
I think it has its subtle differences. I mean, the tone and the volume knobs, they're
not
a little
the same.
different. I think the pickups on my standard are different. They sound good, but they're just different. It's not the same parts. It's different, but
they're very close.
Yeah. The pickups are fantastic.
I'm gonna go with. It's gonna sound very PC, but no matter what price range you pay for these guitars, they're better than any other guitar in their price range. It just,
I agree.
If you buy a standard, if you pay $600 for standard, it's better than any $600 Mexican Fender, Epiphone, Gibson, Ibanez. It's better than any one of those. If you buy a $1,000 Mexican guitar, it's better than, I would even say it's better than most American Standard Stratocasters or whatever. I think it's just as good or better. If you buy the USA, you're approaching Gibson Les Paul country. It's really good stuff. Depending, it doesn't even matter what price range you're looking at. They're all great for what they are.
And I think that's why Fender and Eddie have decided to have that entry level standard for people that, I mean, some 13-year-old kid that has only recently discovered Van Halen and he wants a Wolfgang, but you really don't need the $1,000, $1,200, $3,000 guitar to start out with, but the $600 guitar, which it's still a Wolfgang, would be perfect for him just starting out.
And I'm going to go one better. We all know how well Eric Broadbent plays, right?
Right.
Would you say that he's a very accomplished guitar player?
Yeah, absolutely.
I think so. I think he's one of the better guitar players in this, that we all know.
Right. And
he plays a $600 EVH guitar. Yes, his has a couple of, minor tweaks to it, but it's that $600 guitar, and he makes that $600 guitar sound like $1 million.
Well, he didn't mention it. I don't think he changed his pickups, right? He left those stock.
No, they're stock. Everything is stock except for the tremolo, and he added a kill switch to his.
So
look out. He still has the link. He might jump back in if he's watching.
Yeah.
Well,
so
I'm just saying it. I'm just saying what I see. I'm calling it how I see it. He's a guitar player, and he's playing a good guitar, but he's not playing this bazillion-dollar guitar. He's playing what he's got amazingly, and it's working for him, and it's great. So the whole inexpensive guitar for beginners is flown right out the door as far as I'm concerned. You can be a great player and have that guitar and be really happy with it.
Right. Well, I mean, And I would, if I was at like a Guitar Center or something like that, and they had an American one, and they had a Mexico one, and then they had the Indonesian standard there, I don't think I would choose the standard one right away. I would probably choose the Mexico one or the USA one. But if the standard one was all they had, and they had 150 other guitars up on the wall, anything from Les Paul to Fender, Ibanez, Jackson, you name it, I would still grab that Wolfgang standard off the wall first, though.
I agree with you. I agree with you. And then I would make the same little tweaks that Eric made to make it a great guitar, make it from a real good guitar to a great guitar.
Right, and that's what
the thing is. Yeah, the funny thing is, yeah, you look at my wall and you see pretty much American guitars on here, but I've been wanting to get a snow white colored standard for the longest time, and Music Zoo just happens to be out of it all the time. So the minute they get one in stock, I want to grab one because I think it looks cool. They play great. The first thing I do is get rid of that Floyd, but I'd leave it exactly the same way, minus the Floyd Rose. It looks cool as hell.
Right.
So I took one apart. So when they first came out, right, I took one apart because for me, we were selling the American ones, right, and then the Japanese ones came out. And the Japanese ones were a huge deal because, man, you could get them for a fraction of what the American ones were. And then they had problems with Japan, so they moved it to China. So then there was those China ones. And the China ones were so good that a lot of the customers didn't care, you know what I mean, that they were made in China now. At first, it was like, are you kidding me? Same price for Japan? But, they played them. But the big deal for the China ones was they did the stealth, so that was something new and exciting, right? You could get the black fretboard and the black body.
Right.
And then when they moved that aside, and I've heard a ton of rumors over the years about why the Japanese went down and why it went to China and stuff, right? I know one thing is true, and I'm not saying that it correlates this, but the guy they hired, Ibanez, to run EVH Charvel Jackson, he's the guy who made the decision to get rid of Japanese Jackson because he said, look, Ibanez is a Japanese company. It makes sense, right? He goes, why is an American company like Jackson, EVH, making Japanese guitars? No one cares. There's no heritage there. We can make them anywhere if we're just trying to hit a price point. And so I'm not saying he moved the Japanese EVHs to China for that reason. I just know that happened around that time. But when they came out with the new ones, yeah, I can see it too. So when they came out with the new ones that are affordable, the first thing I asked was, I go, okay, so it's just like OLP, right? It's just a good body and neck, but nothing good in it. And they said, no, it's the same Wolfgang pickups. So I took one apart. If the pickups are cloned, they're cloned down to the exact point where, if you notice on the Wolfgang pickups, you know how they put the 4 wires, where they put the posts at the bottom? You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
They clone them down to the T if they're not the same pickups. The only thing I notice is they use alpha potentiometers for the volume and the tone, and that's the only thing they're not using the actual EVH.
Yeah, they're not Bourne
Yeah,
spots,
like
and they're certainly
that.
not low friction.
So the pickup he's showing,
Yeah.
that's exactly what the pickup looks like that are in those World Series.
Yeah, they're all the same.
They're all branded the same. And like I said, when they told me that, I was like, whatever. Everybody knows. I think it's G&K. I think they're the big makers for import pickups, right? So I thought when I pulled those pickups out, that's what I was going to see, just some knockoff G&K pickups. But no, they're made, and that's kind of a look that pickup is something I only see coming from Fender. That style of wiring a pickup.
Yeah, I haven't seen it anywhere else either.
I haven't seen it anywhere else. So even, like I said, even if Fender isn't making that pickup and sending it overseas and putting those guitars, they're at least making that manufacturer clone them down to that exact tolerance is a pretty impressive move. So yeah.
Yes, I've seen both. I've seen the American one and the import one side by side, and I've been told by somebody at EVH, and they're saying it's all same thing. Just what do you call it? Put together.
Somebody is soldering that stuff on in a
Same
different
piece.
place.
It's all the same thing. And I have a bunch of the different Wolfgang pickups. It's one of my favorite pickups. I use it in all my guitars. It's such a great sounding, loud, just rock and roll pickup, you know?
Well, my thought was when they said that, when they said they were the exact same pickups, I'm like, are you kidding me? The guitar's $600, the pickups are $300 per set. So how the hell do you get to $600 if you're at $300 for pickups? And they go, we're just doing it.
You're paying someone $1 an hour. That's how you do it.
Yeah. Well, labor always is a factor, but you can't escape there's always the cost of an instrument or a product is always easy when you figure out labor, but there's always that cost equation which says if you make a pickup for $6, then it's $12 or $18 to consumer. If you buy a Seymour Duncan, right? You see what I'm saying? So if they buy Seymour Duncans in bulk at $30 a piece, they're still going to charge you at the end result of the consumer $60 a piece for them. Does it make sense? They're doubling whatever their costs are, no matter what. So usually when you see them put anything expensive in anything, that's why the Floyd Roses are a problem, right? They can't put a German Floyd Rose in because even at bulk, at factory discount, they can't get them down below, let's say, $160 a piece. And by that math, they want to charge the dealer double that just for that bridge. See how that adds to the price of the guitar fast?
Right.
Yeah.
That makes sense. I mean, I like I was telling Eric, I don't understand how he was able to discover that problem with putting the detuner on that Indonesian standard Floyd, but and I haven't had any problem with mine. It seems pretty strong, but I guess it's just one of those things that it happens.
Yeah.
Well, that just it just proves that you can have 20 of the same guitar and none of them are the same.
Yeah.
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 Just the tolerances aren't always the same. They're within each other, but they're not the same. Yours might be at the top of the spectrum, and his might have been closer to the bottom of allowable. It passed inspection, but just barely.
Right. And those new purple bursts and the blue burst standards I think that those are going to be a crazy hot seller for EVH, and if other people start noticing that with the FU tone upgrades on the Floyd, or they just go buy a German Floyd and upgrade that one itself, I think that you're going to start to see so many more of those guitars out now, and people have only invested $750 into that guitar, and it's up there with the over $1,000 guitars, and that's how I view my standard, because it plays just awesome. And I have 2 other Wolfgangs along with like 7 other guitars and stuff, and I would play that one over anything right now.
Right. Well, I've said this once before, and I'll say it in this chat. You guys can agree or disagree with me. The only thing that I think could really make the standard a better guitar would be to have a quarter sawn neck instead of that flat sawn neck. That's the major difference. That's the major difference in the price point of that guitar. The flat sawn neck, you can make a lot more necks from a piece of flat sawn wood than you can out of a quarter sawn wood. You waste a lot more wood making one quarter sawn neck than you do making a flat sawn neck, and the flat sawn is not going to be as stable as the quarter sawn.
Right.
So that's what makes that guitar a little less expensive than, say, the Mexican or the American.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Even if one is rift sawn, which is kind of like this, instead of this is flat sawn, this is rift sawn, and that's quarter sawn. If you see the wood grain like that, rift sawn is still going to be a little bit better than, a little more stable than flat sawn, but still the price point of the flat sawn, because you can still get more necks out of that piece of wood than you can out of something that's quarter-sawn.
Right.
So that's why the price point is lower, because it's that.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I got a quick question on the detuners on the Wolfgang specials, because I've noticed that mine is like slanting down toward the body, and then on my Ernie ball it's like completely flat, and then it's like a good bit above the body, and I was just really confused on how that because my PV is a flat. No, mine's like really.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know if you can see that, but see how that's slanted?
That's normal.
It is? Okay.
Yeah, that's normal.
Yeah, I mean, it depends. It depends. Well, let me say that one more time.
Say something.
Yeah, some of them.
Oh, sorry.
The other guy.
Some of them do that.
Chad. Here, let me present.
Sorry, my bad.
Presenting Chad, everybody.
There we go.
Is your fine tuner screwed down, pushing it?
Yeah, it's
it is.
Yeah, he's got it way screwed down.
Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. You gotta loosen that fine tuner and tune it better at the nut.
I got
why
you.
that's going down like that.
You want the low E.
That's the only drawback to the detuner, is you cannot use the fine tuner so much.
You want the low E fine tuner just barely touching.
Because the one on my
all the way up, just barely touching the thing.
Yeah. I wonder why they made it like that. That doesn't even really make sense.
Well, I mean, it's the size of the detuner that, if it wasn't that size, it really wouldn't work.
Well, if you think about it, it's the first device like it, and no one's ever tried to improve it. So it's really like it's the original device with no improvements.
Yeah, that's true.
So
that's true.
Yeah.
And I think no one can improve on it because the trademark is already there. I mean, it's trademarked. So the only people that can improve it are Adam and Eddie.
Yeah. And let's face it, Floyd Rose sales are not like what they used to, so there's not a huge demand for the market for them.
Right. Well, the thing is, Floyd Rose has nothing to do with that patent. Adam Reaver, he made the thing, and Floyd Rose can't sell it.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I meant
Adam Reaver.
Well, think of it this way. So if you're a aftermarket anything, right? You make any kind of aftermarket stuff. If you make tailgates aftermarket for Ford trucks, you've got a lot of customers, right?
Yeah. Correct.
So the problem is, if you make aftermarket parts for guitars, like if you make aftermarket parts for Strat guitar, think of how many guitars are out there for you to sell parts to. Floyd's don't sell like they used to. They just don't.
And most of them are floating. Most Floyd Rose owners have it floating and not sitting on the body because they like to pull up as well, and it won't work on that.
Yes. So you got
you have a very small amount of people that are able to use the detuner.
Yeah, you ever seen Nuno Bettencourt's guitar after he put the detuner in it?
Yeah, and it doesn't work, does it?
Yeah, did you see they routed out like a little channel for it? Did you see that in the guitar? It's weird looking. Yeah, but I think personally it's time to hopefully see if they can improve that design a little bit. I like it, but I would, right? But like I said, I don't think they're gonna. It took them forever just to add different colors.
Yeah. And as far as I'm concerned, the chrome one is the only one that really works well.
Yeah, I've never tried any other ones in the chrome. Usually, everybody's
the black one is super tight. It doesn't always work. I have the red one on my Star. It seems to work all the time, but the black one is, it's a tiny bit thicker because the black powder on top of the chrome makes it a little thicker. You can't see it. It doesn't, not by the eye you can see it, but it makes it so that it's harder to pull out and harder to push back in. It's just, it's Rocky Horror Show. But
You're talking about detuners, right, Dave?
Yeah. Yes. Okay. You always bring that up. You always bring that up. So I'm thinking someone is phobic somewhere down the line.
Bring what up? Okay, hang on. All right. We got a bunch of comments. Are you guys all still good? Or are you guys going?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
I think I'm the only East Coast guy here, dude.
Oh, finally. Where are you at, Chad?
I'm in Atlanta, Georgia.
You're an hour behind us, right?
Yeah, I don't really know. It's 10:18 here.
Yeah, he's
10:18 here as well. We're both East Coast.
Okay.
Where are you at, Jared? I forget.
Dallas, Texas.
Cool. I used to live close there.
Oh, yeah. Born and raised.
Cool. Okay, let's see if we can get some of these questions and comments just out of the way. There's too many. Jim Mullins. Mully, dude. I think Mully just woke up. He says, tell Dave he needs to explain the concept of each guitar being different to my wife when I'm shopping around for another Music Man.
I can, but Mully, there's a reason why I'm single. There's a reason why my girlfriend is my dog.
Oh, God.
Okay, let's move on to the next one.
I'm just kidding with you anyway. I do get it.
Brent's Z Rock says dive only on the D-Tuna. Yeah. The D-Tunas, they have to be flush to the body. Those Floyds.
Yeah.
And Mully's laughing. He's like, ha ha ha. Mully, what's up, dude? These guys are barely awake, Mully. Do you want to jump in here?
Yeah, Mully, come on in,
Mully,
man.
he's the life of the
water's
party.
fine, brother. Just no cursing.
Oh yeah, no more swearing. We can't have swearing. Although it is like 3 hours into this video, you might be able to say "darn it."
Yeah.
Okay, he wants it. All right.
Come on, Mully, let's go.
There we go. This is like an all-star hangout tonight, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
This is great.
I haven't yawned once.
Oh, yes. We're live, Mully. Just so you know. Okay, I think he's jumping in. John, what does it say? John Lane says, any personal thoughts on the necks of Charvel San Dimas / South Cal models? SoCal. What did I say? I don't even know.
I have one. I have my green one, and it's the same as the EVH Stripe series.
Yeah, absolutely. That's all they did. They took the EVH Stripe series next, and they said, these are the 2016 Charvels.
Okay, he says he sees them on eBay for like $600, under $600.
Yeah, it's a good guitar.
Well, wait, hold on. So the 2015 Charvels, the last year for the old necks, you got to take them off to adjust them.
Yeah.
Those are, I think Fender even still has some in stock. Those you can get dirt cheap. Because no one wants to buy them. You can't get rid of them because once they got smart enough to copy the EVH style with the spindle truss rod, that's what everybody wants. So same guitars, both are great, but you can get the deals are on the 2015s.
This is mine.
Oh, it's a green meanie.
Well, I turned it into a green meanie, but this is the guitar.
Yeah.
I did have Paul Unkert make
I thought he
a
called it a
rear-mounted
green
Floyd Rose.
A green what?
I thought he called it a green bean is what I thought he said. I started laughing.
No, it's the green meanie.
The green bean.
You ever seen Steve Vai's Flexible album? It's what he's called, Flexible album.
Yeah, I did put a German Floyd Rose on it and a German Floyd Rose nut. And, of course, these are DiMarzio pickups. but everything else, I mean, the body and neck is the original. I did do a little bit of sanding back here to make it look like the American, because these guitars had a big volute back here. So I did some contouring, and we did the these guitars, they're usually attached from the front, but I like the bolts going through the neck. It's a little more stable. It stays in tune better. But for all intents and purposes, this is an EVH Stripe Series neck.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So they're the same, right? So the Charvel, an EVH Stripe Series neck is a Charvel neck.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Remember,
and this is quarter-sawn. This is a quarter-sawn piece of maple. I don't know if you can see the wood grain. Can you see the wood grain in this? How it's going down towards the body?
Yeah.
That means it's quarter-sawn, so it's very stable.
Yeah, you can tell when they're pixelated. The grain always looks like pixelated, like the new Army camouflage.
Yep.
Think about this. When Eddie decided to go with Fender, and they came with the idea of the amp, they did the amp, and then immediately after the amp, they decided those first. Remember those Charvel Stripe series for $2,600?
Yeah, sure.
And then I don't know who made the decision, but that's when they decided at some point, that he wanted the Wolfgang, so they did the Wolfgang. And the Stripe series, again, it was one of those things. They made these guitars for $2,600, and then you go on eBay and they're fetching $2,600 to $3,000 used.
Yeah.
And when you're a manufacturer and you made a product and you see people trading it at better than you were able to sell it for used, right? It makes you want to get back in that market again. And so when they went back to it, they decided that they have to go to Mexico for the price, right? And they decided at that point to brand them EVH. But all they did is just change the branding. So it's just Charvels with EVH logos. Like if you watch the assembly line, they don't, right? They're the same guys that make your Charvels are making your EVHs and vice versa.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Hey, Molly.
What's say there, fellas?
What's happening, brother?
I'm not allowed to curse?
No.
Not in this one. I've already gotten yelled at.
By?
Mother, father!
Yeah, exactly, right?
Yeah, well, it's, we do have a lot of, kids that watch this.
I understand.
I'm
a YouTuber myself.
Yes.
Yeah. You know what it is for me?
Who's got the speakers going?
Now I got an echo.
Someone's got devices going.
Hush.
And
now batting.
Uh-oh.
Oh, we lost the echo.
Yeah.
God darn it.
Gosh dang it.
Yeah.
That's right.
See, the curse echoes.
Or if you're from Texas, is doggone it.
Yeah.
Doggone it.
It's gosh darn it.
Hey, I think these are G-rated swear words.
Yeah.
What did Krusty say? What Krusty's swear words? Do you remember that episode?
Krusty the Clown.
He's like, you say words that sound like swear words, but they're not. Do you remember that?
Like dang nabbit.
It's like a really crazy word. Hey, Bride the Sign Guy, 27 seconds ago, says, why is it so hard to find a Wolfgang special neck for sale? Or is there an aftermarket company that makes a neck similar in shape and style?
Warmoth probably
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. It's that neck joint that's weird.
I don't know. Warmoth has been, they've been a little careful since the whole Gibson thing.
Yeah.
They had to stop using the Les Paul, any Gibson shape basically.
Yeah.
And they've kind of branched off and done their own thing that very, very similar. But yeah, I think I know they got the Music Man style taken away and the Wolfgang style, and I think they got a new Wolfgang style. They call it something different now.
The VW or whatever?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
That thing's going back 20 years.
Yeah.
That body.
Hmm.
Man.
Oh, darn it!
But
No, I'm charging the batteries in my mouse, and I just plugged my phone in. Now I got all these pop-ups, and I can't see anything on the screen. My mouse is taken apart. Son of a biscuit!
Oh man, I was at Target yesterday walking around. If any of you guys follow me on Instagram or Facebook or whatever, you would have seen I posted a bunch of photos. I said I found, what is it, Dory? Is there some Finding Dory or
Finding
something?
Dory?
I walked around Target and found every Dory product, like the soup, the mac and cheese, and I said I found Dory. And like every photo, everything I found, I took a photo with.
Nice.
Yeah. But no, but there was a DVD. There's a movie called Seabiscuit. Right? I was gonna take a photo of this DVD, and what was I gonna say? Something like Seabiscuit, and I was gonna say something like my caption would be "Yes, I do" or whatever. I don't know. Okay. Anyway, or yes, I can. Oh. Well, hey.
Oh, I wanted
Where's
to
my
say
cricket sounds?
Wiki, wiki, wiki.
That would be cool to have a soundboard.
I wanted to go back to there. You got a question just before I came up here. They were asking. Somebody said no pullbacks on the with the D tuner, right? No pullbacks on the trim.
Yeah.
I don't know why people are surprised about that. Ed has never used a floating tremolo. Never.
no.
He's never, well, except for that trans trim. Okay, we'll give him that. But
Yeah.
besides that, he's never pulled back. So I don't know why it surprises people to find out that you got to have your tremolo flush to the body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Are you gonna draw something? Oh, there we go. Yes, there it is. Oh man. Yes.
Wow, it is necessary. Next question, John.
Next question.
Oh. Let me see.
You don't pull up a question, I'm gonna start talking about my diabetes again.
Here's one. Warmouth Strat says, "Morning, fellas."
That's me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, Johnny.
I
Come
know.
on.
I'm just kidding. Bobby Z says, this just came in. Have any of you replaced the Stripe Series pickups with having to cut out the cavity more?
Yes. I did.
So,
Why?
In
So
a
I have a
Wolfgang.
question for you. Why did you? I'm just curious. So obviously you did that because like a Seymour Duncan pickup, right? The tang is squared off and it didn't fit. Is that the issue?
Yeah. But that's
So
not
why
I changed the pickup.
But why not why not reshape the tang and
Right, just
and
cut the little piece of metal down.
yeah, because I'll just cut those with 10 snips versus router. So did you router or did you just cut the pickup?
I routed a little bit. I used the Dremel, and it doesn't matter because I have it's my black and yellow, and I wanted to make it look more like Eddie's original one. So I have the pickup. I have a pickup in a pickup ring. I have a white, double white DiMarzio in a pickup ring to make it look like Eddie's.
Oh, okay. Oh, but right. So you just put the pickup ring. So you just hid what you dremeled out, right?
Correct. Yes. That's why I didn't care.
Okay, that makes sense. I was thinking, man, that's a lot of work to Dremel and paint and do all that stuff. But yeah,
Oh
you're
no,
putting the
I
pickup
agree
frame
with you.
here. Yeah.
I was going to, I was going to cut the tangs, but I didn't have the right tool to do it. I was afraid of breaking the leg of the pickup.
Yeah.
So I figured the lesser of two evils was to just, Dremel that spot a little bit.
Yeah. I think somebody just walked away with one of your guitars.
No, it's my roommate. He just came home from a gig. It's one of his Gretches, I believe.
That look on his face was fantastic. It was like this.
That was a look.
Did you give me a look?
No.
Oh.
Well, I mean, I've just looked in your direction.
Oh. This is Dennis, guys.
Hi, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Guys, just so you know, I'm gonna blow him up a little bit. His country band is opening for Leanne Rimes tomorrow at a local.
Wow.
It's called the Paramount. It's here on Long Island. It's a big deal, So it's pretty cool.
Nice. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Awesome.
It'll be fun.
Oh, so you're going, right?
Yeah, that's why I can't make tomorrow night's hangout.
What time are y'all getting back on tomorrow?
I don't know.
Well, are we going to do them? I don't think we've decided whether it's going to happen or not, right?
I'll do something. I mean, yeah, because we've been doing these things Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I was out of town yesterday, so we figured we would just jump on today, and of course, Phillip said he wanted to jump in. So Phillip and I have been trying to coordinate this thing for a while.
Yeah.
So that was it's been awesome, man. It's been great. So yeah. There'll be something on here tomorrow.
Cool.
Same thing.
Nice.
John Lane says, any of you tried the EVH Star guitar?
Yeah, I own one. I got one. They're cool.
Yeah, I've tried them.
They're cool. Johnny, you've tried one before all of us, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, were you at NAMM a couple years ago, Phillip, when they debuted that one?
Yeah, I was there and I picked it up and played it, and the only thing my issue with it is I know they were trying to replicate it, and I know they couldn't do the Dane Electro neck, so they used the Gretsch headstock instead, right? Isn't that what they were explaining?
No, it's Dane Electro. It's a Dane Electro
neck. No,
headstock.
Believe it or not, you might want to check. I don't know. I thought they said that there's something different about the headstock for legal reasons, but I can't remember.
Well, the back of it, the back of it is different. It's got a volute on the back of it. It's like a big,
okay.
Whereas that's the only difference in it. It comes to a point on the top, whereas the original Dane Electro was a little bit more rounded. But that's it. That's
yeah.
the only difference.
Well,
it looks like a Dane Electro neck.
Like I said, I don't know for sure, but I swore they said that the headstock that's on that guitar is an actual Gretsch-owned headstock shape, and it's close enough to the Dane Electro, and that's why they used it, so they don't have to pay a licensing for Dane Electro. But I don't know for sure, so you could check that for sure. My only thing with it was the neck doesn't feel like the other guitars to me, so it was just kind of different, right?
Yeah, it's definitely different. It's a little wide, and it's definitely big in the back. It's still comfortable.
Oh no, it's a great guitar, but I just was shocked that the neck was different. When I picked it up, I was like, wow, I thought they would kind of shape it kind of similar, because it gets a little tricky, right? The Wolfgangs play so fast and nice.
Guys, who doesn't like it a little big in the back?
Now I'm not allowed to talk dirty.
Yeah, You know, rock stars. You really can't stop them from doing anything, except never mind.
Well, now we know. Now we know.
Hey,
yeah.
Molly.
No thanks, man.
That's so wrong that he puts this in front of 2 diabetics.
Yeah.
But I carry a gun.
Oh.
An insulin gun.
Now, not quite the gun I'm talking about.
Oh man. But no, yeah, the Star guitar, yeah. I played it at NAMM. What was that? A year ago?
2 years ago.
It was last year.
Yeah, 2015? Was it January 15?
Yeah.
I think
so.
it was last year.
Yep.
Yeah, I like the neck a lot. I mean, I could tell it was different than the other ones on the Stripe series. The feel of it, and I liked it. I thought it felt great. I think it's a cool, awesome, great guitar. That's actually that pickup I showed you earlier. This is actually from a Star. This is actually from a
the
Star
green
guitar.
one.
Yeah. So I'm saving it to stick it in a Wolfgang or something at some point. So yes.
Well, not to interrupt, guys, but I'm gonna have to head out for the night. I really appreciate letting me join you guys tonight and talking.
Oh
Yes.
man, yeah. That's
Yes.
awesome.
And hopefully I can join you guys again tomorrow when I'm a little bit more awake.
Yeah, Chad,
really
and before you go, I know these guys said something before, but just to be, spot on with it, because they didn't really go into details, back that fine tuner off all the way, pull out the D-tuner, and just lower it down to where it's just touching the D-tuner. Just touching. Tune it to whatever your full step down is. If you're dropping it to D.
It's just half step.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then push it back in and do your little fine tuning with the little fine tuner on the side if you can.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey Chad, are we friends on Facebook?
No, I don't think so. I can get all you guys.
Yeah, friend me on
I can get all you-
Facebook, and I'll private message you about that Music Man.
Will do, brother. What's your name again? David.
It's I really wish I was quicker tonight because I really would have said something funny.
David Nesdall.
Dull? Yeah. Nesdall. Nesdall. It's the only Nesdall you'll find.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool. And if I don't hit you up tonight, I'll hit you up tomorrow.
Cool, man. Sounds good. There's no rush. Just anytime you get a chance.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I
great.
just sent it over. So.
Yeah, great guitar, Chad. I mean, yes. And also, if take the neck off the body, you'll see what year that guitar is. It'll say.
Yeah, because I was looking up online for 20 minutes trying to find a serial code, decoder or whatever, and I couldn't find anything really.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're talking about the Ernie Ball Music Man Van Halen.
Yeah.
Take the neck off on the body. It's stamped. It'll say the month and the year.
Okay.
So.
Yeah,
And if it's stamped made in Taiwan, you got screwed.
I hope to God not. Yeah. But like I said, I really appreciate it, and maybe tomorrow I can jump back on and we can continue it up.
Let me see it before you go. I wasn't in here earlier.
Oh yeah, no problem, bro.
Oh man, Molly, you're gonna love it. It's beautiful.
All right, let me spotlight him.
Yeah, I got to keep talking. Hold on.
No. I spotlighted you here, so. Oh, nice.
Yeah, trans black, man. It looks great.
Nice. How much did you pay for it?
You don't want to
500.
know. You're gonna die.
You just said. Wait, let me see that.
$500?
Let me see that bridge pickup again.
Sorry.
Sorry. This one is not original, but I do have the original pickup in the case.
I'm sorry.
That's another
I'm sorry. I'm in Japan. Maybe all the numbers didn't make it across the ocean. Did you say 500?
$500.
Who? Crackhead?
No, there was a
Who
guy.
sold it to
No,
you?
there was a guy that was buying storage lockers in Atlanta, and I just randomly checked Craigslist one night, and I had a guy just tell me, "Go get it now. Don't even wait. Just go buy it."
Yeah.
And I was like, "Okay." And I looked it up online, and they were all over the place. And then I looked it up again, trying to find some information, and I found out that there was only 600 ever made in this color. So.
Well, even if it was the most popular color out there, you're not going to find that for $500.
Oh yeah,
No.
definitely.
No,
That's a $2,000 guitar.
you're not going to find
Yeah.
it for $1,500.
Right. Exactly.
But yeah, like I said, this one I think is a super distortion in zebra.
Yeah, it is.
And
It
then I have
Yeah,
the
it's
original
definitely
one in the
Demarzi,
case.
right?
I have an original one in the case that doesn't say anything on the back, which that's
Right.
the original, I believe.
Is it
Yeah.
black?
And then
Is it black on the back?
hold on, then I'll go see. Just 1 second.
Sorry, guys. App on my phone. It's called Be My Eyes. It's for blind people that need assistance. And that's what it was just ringing, but it didn't come through.
Huh? It's like a magnifying glass or something?
Okay, so this is
No. If sorry, Chad. If blind people are having a problem, they can ring up this app,
do what I think you just did?
and they can show you with their camera what they're looking at, and you can tell them,
No.
oh, that you need to move that over, or
That
that
was
says
fun.
this, or
Yes.
whatever. Just help them out.
Greatly amplifier.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
That
what can I
one
say? I'm a
happened.
sweetheart. Don't.
It's
Okay, Chad.
For that place, that's what I have in the car.
but yeah, this is the original. And then
That's it. Yeah,
Yep.
that's the original pickup, all right.
that's the original bridge, and then also there was another one that's solid black.
Oh, that's a DiMarzio too.
Yeah, that's a super distortion.
And I don't know why he
Oh,
had.
sorry. What's that say? DP what? DP 150 on it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But the original Eddie one, that's called a blackback. And is there like an N or a R or L or?
It looks like, if I can read it, it says PS on it. Maybe.
PS?
Which
Yeah.
means piece of
PO. Sorry if I didn't blind you. But yeah, I see maybe a little PS on the back. It's very faint, but yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, those are great, man. You
Yeah.
need to slap that pickup back in that guitar, dude.
Yeah, that's what I was told, but I just haven't had time
Yeah.
to do it. I've only had it like 4 or 5 days. It hasn't been very long.
$500. $500 for that guitar and 2 pickups.
Yeah,
Jesus.
and he had the original D-Tuna box and everything in there. I mean,
And tell me it's not in the original hard shell case.
Yep, blue interior.
Oh,
Wow.
What else was in the storage locker? Can we go?
Yeah.
I asked him. I was like, "Is there anything else I can buy while I'm at it?" Yeah, because I just got done selling my R8 the exact same day I got this guitar, and like I was telling everybody before we got online or on live or whatever, the guy was a huge EVH fan, and he knew a lot about the EVH guitars, and I showed him this picture, and I was like, I've never seen an Ernie Ball guitar, much less an EVH signature for this cheap. And he said, "Dude, go buy it. I will literally fight you right now if you do not go buy this guitar." He'll be like, I'll go get it. So,
you know what, Chad? You got screwed. I'll give you $600 to take it off your hands for you.
absolutely.
better.
Well, yeah.
600.
How much would
cash right now?
How much would it even cost to send it to Japan?
Sending guitars from the States is about $100, give or take.
Okay. But yeah, like I said before, I had no absolute clue about this.
That is awesome.
I mean, if y'all know how to read the serial number, there it is.
What's the serial number? What is the serial number?
81283.
That is a 91. First year.
So yeah, I don't really know. Does that make it even better or something? I don't really know.
Cool guitar. It's definitely a cool guitar.
And it's It's in very, very, very good condition.
Yeah.
I
You know,
mean,
even if it was beat up, $500, man, Jesus.
the only thing
You scored.
that I can see, the only
I'm gonna
thing
print
that
your
I can
picture
see,
out and put you on the wall here. You're gonna go right there. You know, you're gonna be right there. I'm gonna put you in that window space there, and people come in and can just bow down to you when you come in.
There you go. Hey, another cool thing is, I don't know if any of you guys are Marshall guys, but I absolutely love Marshall. Always have, and probably always will. Check this out. Y'all gonna trip. Look at this. Just bought this last night.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what that is, right?
Look at that.
You know what this is, right?
Yeah, it's a 67 Plexi is what that is.
Yep.
Original
It's in white.
1967 Plexi in white. That's ridiculous.
Where is the storage locker? Seriously.
Dude, Dennis, come over here. Check this out.
No, actually, it's not an original 67. It's a 1987X limited edition.
Oh, it's all right. Never mind.
Yeah,
Hey,
but I mean,
show it again one more time.
87 was still a long time ago.
No.
Right.
It's not an 87. That's
the serial
model
number.
Oh.
And I got the 5150 up under it. So.
Cool, right?
And how much did you pay for the Marshall?
Okay, the thing is that
as
I read online, and then I struck lucky again. Check this out. I only paid $1,100 for this head, and there's only 250 in existence.
Well, that's not bad.
And they're going over used in that condition. They're going over $2,000. So
that's cool.
It was really it was more of a, you know I have more money than I paid for it kind of investment. So, and Marshalls don't really go down in value, especially if they're pushing vintage like that. So, or whatever you call vintage. But yeah, they're just, both of these, I guess, are, very limited quantity. So, I mean, I was reading something, I don't know if this is true, so don't mark my words on it, but like Marshall sends to over like 10 to 15,000 stores over the whole world. So you're talking about 250 amps over that many stores is just, crazy.
Right.
That one would wind up literally
quite a few of them.
Well, the thing is what's crazy is I live in West Atlanta, and sometimes Craigslist in Atlanta is very dry. Like it's just the same old, just cheap junk all the time. And it almost felt like destiny because I looked on Craigslist and I saw this amp literally 8 miles away from me. And I was just like, Jesus Christ, I got to go buy this tonight. Because, I mean, you just don't see the kind of stuff just pop up, on your everyday. It's just very, and this guy didn't even really play guitar much. So he had it, it's immaculate condition. So, yeah. And it sounds incredible. I mean, it sounds very, 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 very good. I just sold a 59 Super Lead. That had the bass mod, the super bass mod. They took the treble caps out, or the bright caps, and replaced it with the bass caps. And it did not sound nearly as good as this amp. I mean, it's just like night and day. Like, they say that, you have, all these guys that can, flip through vintage gear. They find good ones. Even if it's vintage, it doesn't mean all of them are still good. They flip through all these amps, and they find the best ones. And I'm, finally starting to understand that with, I'm only 23, so, with all the amps and guitars I've played, you find good ones and you find bad ones. So, but
cool stuff, man.
Very cool.
No, you get the score of the week on that music, man. That's for sure.
Yeah, I've literally only had it a couple of days. I just now changed the strings on it tonight. So.
Well, it's a keeper.
Somebody. If it ain't me, it's gonna be somebody.
Yeah, we'll talk about that tomorrow, you and I.
Okay, cool.
Oh, look at Dave going behind our backs.
he's trying to score a deal.
That's Dave's thing. Send me a message on Facebook.
Well, here's the thing: is I know what Chad wants, and I got something that Chad wants. So we'll see if we can make it work.
We'll see. And where you said you was in New York?
Yeah.
Or New York? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Hmm.
Yeah, yeah, like I
Dave,
said,
I
I mean,
love you.
I would like to at least to keep it, somewhere in the EVH range, because that's really what I'm into right now. Because I've played all the classic Tellys and Strats and Les Pauls, and that just gets, once you own all those so many different times, it just kind of gets old after a while. You're ready for something new to trigger that, that spark in you, because every guitar player I've ever known, and myself personally, it's very easy to get in a rut with certain equipment. So once you get something very new you're not used to, then it just sparks your interest and sparks your, yeah. I mean, you just write.
You know what I think it is, Chad. You know what I think it is, Chad. I think it's because you're so young. You haven't come to grips with the fact that we are never satisfied.
I know.
Yeah.
We never are.
How many guitars does someone need? Just one more.
Yeah.
Yep.
Exactly.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Yes.
Scotty Moore died.
Oh no. Oh, that's horrible.
But
Scotty
yeah,
Moore just died.
Who?
Scotty
wow.
Moore.
Scotty
Elvis's
Moore?
Elvis's guitar player. Just passed
Bummer.
away.
Okay.
84 years old.
Well, that's a long life.
Yeah,
I need to send mail to Joe.
But anyways,
Joe
guys,
Mama.
I'm gonna have to run.
All right, man. It was nice meeting you. We'll
Appreciate
talk
it, guys.
tomorrow.
Yeah, and yeah, just let me know whenever we get back on, and I'll hop on if y'all don't mind. It's always like learning.
Yeah, absolutely. You're more than welcome anytime.
Anytime, dude.
Awesome, guys. It was nice to meet you fellas, and like I said, I appreciate it again.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes. Great to talk to you, man.
All right.
I don't know.
Y'all have a great evening.
Good stuff.
See you guys.
Bye,
You
Chad.
too.
Ciao. Take care, Chad.
All right, brother. See you.
Does anybody know that guy's last name?
I do. Hang on a second. He just friended
I'm
me.
pretty sure it's Lucky.
Yeah, no doubt, right?
I think it starts with an L. Actually, David Allen Wright's asking me what his last name is. Should we say it on here? Does it matter? Or I know. I just found it. I know what. Okay, don't say it. I know what it is. Let me send him a message real quick.
Yeah, I wouldn't unless he says it's okay.
Yeah. Let me just send him a.
But then what do I know? I curse.
Do you know swear words in a Japanese?
Yeah, of course.
You can say that all you want.
Yeah, that's true. Nandayo koniata baga.
Oh. What's my name? What's my name in Japanese?
Johnny Bean. Well, your name doesn't change, obviously. It's just the way they would say it. Okay, Japanese is a phonetic language, so instead of Johnny Bean, it would be Johnny Bean. Johnny Bean. Johnny Bean. They don't stop on the N. They have to. They've got the 5 vowels like we do, but they pronounce them a, I, U, A, O. And yeah, big Japanese lesson here. So any other letter goes along with the vowel. So N would be nani nu ne no. So nu binu Johnny Binu.
And what would mine be?
Bino, like those gas pills?
Binu.
Yeah.
Nu.
Binu. You. With a U.
Binu. Johnny Binu.
All right, David, all right. You're welcome, man.
David, I'm really, really sorry to tell you this, but David sounds like Debu, which is like when you say Dave.
Yeah.
If they just call if it's David, it would be Davido. Davido.
Oh, okay.
But
what's Nesdal?
But Nesdal. Nesdal.
Okay. Because I thought it was a fat boy you eat like a killer whale.
Well, here's the thing. And this is the part you're not gonna like. If you just call yourself Dave, then it's Debu, Devu, and in Japanese, Debu means fat.
Yeah. What do you know? So, that's okay.
But they sound similar. So yeah.
Yeah, it's all right.
Actually, get this, Van Halen. Check this out. Van Halen is actually Van Halen. Van Halen. Yeah. Van Halen. Van Halen 大好きだな。Eddie はかっこいい。Eddie. EVH. And then let's see.
That's awesome.
Jared would be Gerardo. And Philip. And then me, Jim. I'm Jim. Jimu Marito. And nobody ever gets my dog's name right. I tell people my dog's name is Opie, and they think I'm saying Obi. And no, it's P, not B. P.
Opie.
Opie. You know, like the Andy Griffith show.
Andy Griffith. Yeah.
Yeah.
Paul, hey, Paul.
Exactly. So it's like the Andy Griffith show, and then they tell me, well, we didn't have the Andy Griffith show here. And I was like, oh yeah, that's right. This is Japan.
Guys, did you see the guitar that David Allen Wright got at the NAMM show? That sweet, like 85 Kramer Beretta?
No.
He just put a photo up on Facebook. Gorgeous. It's a white one. It looks like it's in fantastic condition.
I haven't been following much this weekend. Do we have any sounds on that EL84 yet?
Yeah.
Except for that 10 seconds, that guy playing the clean. Anybody kicking it in yet?
There's been a couple of videos I've seen of people.
I think Johnny has video of it.
I posted two different. Our friend David Allen Wright. Am I on? Yeah, I'm here. David Allen Wright and Philip Reed Wallace were both there, and they both filmed, and they both sent me video, which are up on my channel. Just go back a couple of videos.
Okay.
But also EVH officially released an Instagram video. Go to EVH's Instagram, and you'll see the thing. And
any chance it's Ed playing it? None whatsoever.
That would be awesome. If
this is what I play, except you'll never see me playing it.
Well, hey, how would you say Vinny Adam Romano in Japanese?
Vinny Adam Romano. Beanie. They don't have a V in Japanese. It sounds more like a B. Beanie. Vinny Adam Romano.
Lomano, like L? Lomano?
Well, the R sound in Japanese is kind of like a Spanish D. You kind of roll it on your tongue a little bit. So instead of like ra, re, ru, re, ro, it'd be dariru, de, ro. Da, 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 da.
Dariru.
Yeah.
Okay.
Romano.
That's cool.
Romano.
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 Very Italian.
Romano.
Very Italian.
Remember T.J. Hooker?
Yes. He'll always be Captain Kirk to me.
Always, of course. David, I'm really enjoying the view behind you.
You're really what?
I'm really enjoying the view behind you there with the natural and the white next to each other.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I love them. Love those two guitars.
Man.
Yeah, I love them all. I mean, they're just, ridiculous. I'm digging this right now. But yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, sorry. Did we ever get a price on the El Natural?
I believe it's $10.49.
Okay, so what is the difference between the El Natural and the Natural Special?
The back is dark color. It's dark back.
Instead of
light colored, like regular.
They're staining in the basswood dark.
Basswood. Yeah, they're staining it.
That's it.
And you know what? I think that's it. I don't think there's any other difference.
No.
Well, the headstock veneer might be flamed as well, like the American. It might be. That might be the only other difference.
Okay. I'm really digging this green, this military looking, this flat green. I'm really liking that.
The olive drab green.
Yeah.
Yeah, the matte. Yeah, it's a sick looking guitar.
Yeah.
I'm really liking that.
I think it would look even cooler with chrome hardware on it.
Yeah, for sure. This says $13.60 retail price, but they go for like $9.99 or something, right?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Right. I think David's right though. I think they're streeting it at $1,050.
Yeah. If I was gonna, I think I could deal with that. I like that.
Yeah, the green is cool. The green, and you know what? The gold is really cool too. They really did a good job on the gold. You know, the reason why they held it back, so long, is because they didn't get the color right until just recently. It was like it used to be like French's mustard, you know, like a mustardy yellow color, but it really looks it looks like a Gibson Gold now. Really, they did a great job.
Nice.
Yeah, it's awesome. It's awesome. Okay, it's 8 o'clock here in California and Arizona. What time is it where you are, Dave? 11?
Yep, we've been on for 3 hours. This is really, it's been a long one.
Yeah. Okay. We should probably wrap this up, even though we have 41 viewers right now. It hurts to hit the stop broadcast button, but I think we.
Any quick unanswered questions there, John?
I think we have to. Bri the Sign Guy says a unicorn. I don't know what that meant.
I don't understand.
John Lane says, "Great show. Please get Phillip to come back sometime." Yes.
Anytime.
Phillip,
Please do, man.
Thank you for inviting me. Like I said, I watch it every night. Pretty much everything you guys post, I just watch it or listen to it every night.
Dude, Phillip.
Basically, you've got no life like we do.
Yeah.
That's one way to look at it.
I mean, anybody, if you haven't seen Phillip's videos, man, he's got some great videos with reviews, with comparing different amps to each other, different guitars. A lot of great stuff. What's your channel? I'll put a link down below. But what's your?
It's just my name, just Phillip McKnight.
Phillip McKnight.
That's awesome.
Phillip McKnight.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keep it easy.
Gotcha.
Yes. Chris Hubbard says, "Good show, boys."
And I am subscribing.
Thank you. Yeah.
And, Chris,
I am on that too. As soon as I have some juice on my phone, I'll do that.
I'm Warm with Strat on YouTube.
I'm pretty sure I'm subscribed to you. I have to look. I know that I have David. Yeah, I'm pretty. Yeah, because I love your story when you talk about how your wife bought you the Music Man and you almost killed a store owner.
Oh yeah, that's classic. That is a classic story.
Yeah.
The only thing I didn't understand. Okay, so here's what I missed. So how did you end up in Japan? Because you're the only person. Right?
Go ahead.
Because your southern draw sticks out a little bit.
You think so?
Right. Yeah, a little bit.
Oh, wait a minute. How did this here Big Pop coming at you live from Shizuoka, Japan? My first wife, I used to work at the Cincinnati Chamber of Commerce, and I met a Japanese girl there, and she introduced me to one of her friends, another Japanese girl, and we were married and came over here, just for a year originally.
Right.
And 1 became 2, 2 became 3, and then, I'm divorced and remarried, and I've been over here 25 years now.
Wow.
That's crazy.
So, yeah. And as, the classic tale, just got married and moved over here. Like I said, it was just for a year. We were going to make some money and come back to the States. And just never went back, and now I don't think I could move back.
Yeah.
I mean, my entire adult life has been here.
Yeah.
And this last time, I haven't been home since my wife and I got married 11 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So yeah, I don't. When I get back in the States, I'm really uncomfortable. Just the way people act, and it's. I'm so used to being here. I just get over there and I'm like, yeah, I'm ready to go back to Japan.
I understand. I understand totally.
Yeah.
Okay, Mike says great job. Real quick, Dave, if you can answer this really, really quickly.
Sure, I could try.
Faraz. Hey guys, how are y'all doing? Philip, I love your videos. Awesome.
Thank you.
I had a question for Dave that couldn't get through for some reason. The question is regarding the Schaller M6 Mini 3 per side chrome tuners. Don't know if Dave checked the link.
There goes my phone. You know what? I didn't check the link yet because every time it's hard to find that. I don't know why we're not friends on here, Faraz, but every time I go to click you to become friends, something happens and it doesn't work. So it's in that little limbo wherever your other messages are, and I can never find it to get to it, so I don't know where the link is. So if you could send it to me one more time, there's just sometimes because I only do this from my phone, and it's weird. I don't have a laptop or a desktop. I know it sounds like a big excuse.
What's the person's name you're replying to right now?
Isn't it Faraz?
It's Faraz Kershid?
Oh, okay. No, I got a friend request right now from Gerard Frost.
Oh,
okay.
No.
That's the guy who's in there right now.
Oh.
What country is Gerard from?
Gerard.
Sorry, Jared. Sorry.
Fix the spelling. It's okay.
Sorry, man.
Okay, Greg.
Confirmed.
Greg Grimm. Great show. Just happened to also be in Japan. Sapporo? Sapporo?
It's up north, yeah.
He's in
Sapporo. Van Halen did a show up there in 2013.
Cool. Greg Grimm. He says, thanks for helping me get my guitar fixed. So you're welcome, man. You're welcome. And... oh, Faraz just said something again. Lowell, I'll send you the link on Facebook and YouTube, he says. So, cool. Okay, we should probably wrap this up. I know, it's been like almost 3 hours. Dang! And we got like 40 people sitting here. It's insane.
Everybody head over to my channel! No, I'm going down to have lunch.
Yeah, if you want, go over to Mully's channel.
No, I'm going to lunch.
You'll be on though live and like.
No, I won't be going live today.
Not at all.
No, the last couple days I don't do lives very often. Just kind of did them a couple times last week. Hanging out with you and having a good time. Dave ignores every request I send to him, so that's all right. I know.
What are you talking about?
I'm just kidding, Dave.
What are you talking about?
I'm kidding. I'm joking. I've never sent you a request.
Okay, good, because I would never ignore it.
It's just a joke.
Well, you should send me some requests.
I should.
Well, I can't say it because we're live and John will yell at me. The type of request that I'm thinking.
See?
Hey, why don't you go shove your blood up your,
Right.
That type of request.
Huh?
Nothing. I'll explain it to you later. It's a New York thing.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Well, cool, John, thanks for having me in tonight.
Oh, of course,
Gentlemen, thank you for allowing me to come in and rap with you. Come here, buddy.
Mully, it's always a pleasure, bro.
Always, of course. Me too. Hold on, I got a friend here.
Aww.
Little Opie wants to say goodnight to everybody. Right, buddy? His hair is getting more David Lee Roth every day, right?
Awesome.
A little more. See, right now I'm Bon Jovi, but I'm working on David Lee Roth.
He's Bon Jovi.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Aw.
Cool. Okay. All right,
Well,
we'll
thank
wrap
you
it up.
guys for having me on.
Dude, Philip, anytime, man.
Oh
Anytime.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Anytime.
Like I said, just
Eh,
let me know.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've been doing these things lately, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, but sometimes it turns out almost every day we do something because different people can jump
Yeah, I was
in
gonna say, I think you guys do more than that because I get the
Yeah.
updates when you guys do one, and it's not every day, but it's pretty close to every day of the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
It depends on when I buy a guitar. You know.
yeah, you guys have been on buying sprees lately.
That guy. That guy, especially. Actually, real quick, there was somebody who said something. Where is it? There was a comment.
There's a lot of the real quicks.
Can I find it?
It's like leaving my grandma's house at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the Italian goodbye.
Yeah, mom and dad are like, "Come on, kids, let's go," and an hour later, you're still sitting there.
Yeah.
Right, Oak?
I can't find it. Well,
It's the exact opposite of an Irish goodbye. Irish goodbye is you don't even say anything. No one knows you left. You just left.
Disappear.
Yeah. We'll answer it next time. Okay, we're out here. I'm going to turn this off. You guys can talk offline, but Johnny Bean, johnbean.com. I'll have all these guys' links below. You're all welcome to come back, and we'll do it again.
See you guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.